Hello everybody, my name is J-Man Major 12, and today we're doing another Major Mumble, and with a reoccurring guest, Console Warrior. How about you say hi right here?
Hey everyone, I am the Console Warrior, but you can call me Console. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good, Console, yay! But anywho, this is if you're new here, this is Major Mumbles where I mumble for a majorly long time, and I try not to do any pauses or any like just pauses. I keep rambling and keep talking because the editing Joshua does not want to cut out as much dead space. That's legit the reason why I just try to not stop talking. Anywho, we're gonna review some topics and some notes I have, and then hopefully just sign off. And who knows, like, give us your opinion in the comments on whether you agree or disagree with our topics, especially the one topic that I really want to touch on and like your opinion on. The middle one right there. But anywho, let's get it started unless you have anything to say before we start.
Nope, I am completely ready.
Alrighty, let's get started on Marvel Tokon. That's the first topic. And my two notes are thoughts on the game's release. And by the way, it plays the same as the beta, so the change I was hoping as like the 4-chain limit being off, I'd really would have loved that. But whatever. But yeah, what are your thoughts on the game?
It's been like what, four days since the beta when the game released?
Well, it came out on the 6th. Yes, it came out on the 6th.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully there's going to be some changes later on, but you know, it is still pretty early, I think.
Oh, of course.
So, yeah.
In fact,
yeah, Marvel Tokon. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You first, bro.
Okay, yeah, so I was gonna get started on the topic.
Yeah.
So, Marvel Tokon. Yeah, so I played the open beta and I played the first closed beta. I think there probably was an alpha, but I think that's for more specific people. Otherwise, it wouldn't be called the beta, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I like this game a lot. Not only does this game looks beautiful, but it's it's basically Dragon Ball FighterZ 2. I mean, like there's a lot of similarities to that game, and Dragon Ball FighterZ is probably my favorite fighting game of all time. And I'm not a fan of balance chases, but I think it still would be a lot of fun if I had some like an actual decent player that wouldn't just mash the buttons every 2 seconds. Not that I'm not that bad. I mean, occasionally I do mash, but that's only when I'm well, I'm not sure. When in doubt, mash it out. That's
when
what
your heart is filled with darkness.
But yeah, I don't spam everything. But when getting into the closed beta, there was no training mode, which really sucks.
Yeah.
And yeah. So honestly, I just kind of played like basically how I played in fighters. You get the 2M, 5M, and then you do jump cancels and all that stuff. The best I can, and that's basically how I played the closed beta. But then the alpha beta came in, and that's when people were actually putting combo guides. I don't know if there were combo guides in the alpha, but I honestly didn't bother looking.
Time out. You said alpha beta? Do you mean the open beta?
Yeah, the closed beta. My bad. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Because are you talking about the one beta that we had recently?
No, the closed beta. The one that.
Oh, it was invite only.
Have the code. Yeah, invite only.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Keep going, please.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it had any guides back then, but I didn't bother checking it out. I just wanted to play the game. I mean, I was at the same time, how am I going to train if there's no training mode?
Yep.
But with beta, the training mode being a thing, I was able to, actually learn some stuff. And to be honest, my team was always going to be Spider-Man and Star-Lord, so I decided to go with a full-on Amazing Guardians team. Because why not? I've already got the thing.
Yeah.
Very weird team, and arguably probably the worst looking in the game, in my opinion. But
what do you mean in worst looking? Like design wise, or like? The character design?
Why are these characters specifically?
Oh.
Or more specifically, Star-Lord, because Star-Lord throws it off a lot.
Well, he's the one guy representing the Guardians. That's why it's called Amazing Guardians. By the way, I'm not, I actually think I agree. I'm not defending them, because, but the thing is, it's like, do I hate the team? No. In fact, I can only hate one member of it, Miss Marvel. I don't really like her. Like, I said this to KO. I think I said this on a Mumble, and I'm going to say this on the Tokon video I have coming up. I don't really like Miss Marvel as a character or whatnot. I just don't. She's in the same tier as Luna Snow, where she's just an industry plant, and I know that carries a lot of weight, whatever. And the reason I call her that, because I think I watched this YouTuber named Jester Bell. I think, yeah, she said, like, she did a video on it, right? Where it's like, these comics don't sell, and also just the way I've seen, like, what they've been doing to her. First she's an Inhuman. Do you know what those are, by the way?
Yes, to a degree, yeah.
Okay, well, first she's an Inhuman, then she's a mutant. Actually, she's an Inhuman. Well, no, she's a mutant. And then they keep trying to retcon, like, old lore with it. Like, hey, did you know that Kamala, that's her name, by the way, Kamala was at Age of Apocalypse with the other X-Men? It's like, no, she wasn't. That comic was created a long time ago. Are you smoking? Hey, did you know that Kamala was the founding member of the Avengers? I'm like, F off. What the fudge?
What the heck?
Yeah, like, who's you? Who's blood? You're not gang. What the fudge? but yeah, that's why I hate her. And then Luna Snow, legit, is the thing is, it comes from Marvel Rivals hate, because yeah, I did play Marvel Future Fight, which is the mobile game that she comes from, by the way, before she got onto Rivals. I just thought she was there. I didn't really hate it. Oh, just a K-pop singer. Okay. But, like, who has ice powers. Then she is in Rivals, and she is, like, the reason why players hate her and call her industry plant is because she's getting so many legendaries when she's this, like, in reality, I'm sorry to say this for all 3 Luna Snow fans, in reality, she's, like, kind of a nobody. Like, especially, dude, me and Trey were talking about it. It's like, the reason why people hate is, like, again, like, she's just some nobody, and why does she get most skins when the face of Marvel, which is Spider-Man, I'd say, like, everybody knows who Spider-Man is. And I know the MCU helped out Iron Man and Captain America a lot, but I'm pretty sure, like, even you could agree that Spider-Man is the most popular, like, top 3 superheroes that everyone knows.
Yeah, he's basically the face of Marvel, if I'm gonna be honest. Like,
yeah,
he's been in everything too. He's been in the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, basically the X-Men. You know,
he's helped them out. I don't think he ever been with them because he's not immune.
Yeah,
but
well, yeah,
but he's, you know, he would help them out. He's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. But yeah, it's exactly that. It's literally that. And then yeah, her kit or whatever, and what she do you still play Marvel Rivals, by the way?
No, not really. I kind of uninstalled the game. Not that I don't like it anymore. It's just like I have, you know, other things to do, and
yeah, I get it, because that's gonna come up in our second topic right there. But
okay,
yeah, it's like in Rivals, just the kit she has. In case you didn't know, by the way, like, since you don't play Rivals, I don't know if you keep track with it, like, off of it, because I don't really play DBD, but I do keep track of it because it's an interesting game to me. Which I think I might start back playing DBD, but whatever. So
DBD?
Yeah, Dead by Daylight.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So essentially, by the way, right now in the game, everyone agrees. I think even Luna Snow mains agree. This is a busted move she has. She can un-CC herself. Like, say a Strange or a Thing alter. Nah, like in the CC, it's not even a prep time thing where she has to do an ability or whatever. Like, she does an ability while getting CC'd, and she doesn't have to care. And everyone agrees that this is broken. Where's the day 1 fix? But it still hasn't come. In fact, we are in season 9.5, and it's like, I'm pretty sure that started in season 9, I think. I'm pretty sure, yeah. We're season 9.5, and they didn't address it, I believe, so that's cool. By the way, did you hear what they did for season 9? Like, the big shakeup?
9.
No, recently.
I don't think so.
So basically, they made all team-ups, like, you know how you had to depend on a character just to get, like, maybe an additional ability or a buff or something? They made that just base kit for everybody. Like, which is good. Like, that's a big shakeup, but still there's some problems with the games or whatever we might I think we will talk about in the balancing, hopefully. But anyway, I'm sorry to just get on this tangent about the industry plants, but back to Tokon. But yeah, that's why that's one specific character I just don't like in Miss Marvel. But the whole team, and also Penny, me personally, I'm just like, like, she's not an industry plant, but I'm just like, why did we need her? I guess this is Arxis. They just said, can we just have like an anime girl, kawaii? And they said, okay. Like, did you know they said that about Danger? They said, we need a cute robot girl, I think they said. And they said, oh, they looked through all the comics and said, oh crap, Danger. Then, by the way, they made her cute because in the comics she's, you know, not cute, but whatever. Continue on with your point if you still remember it.
So yeah, I was talking about the my team and what I'm playing, and basically when I was learning the two characters, Star-Lord and Spider-Man, I was playing it like in fighters. The combo that I made based without any training mode was just 5LL 2M and then 5H, and then I jump from there, right? But in the open beta, there was actually training mode, and funny enough, that was basically one of the combos that I learned. Not exactly. Instead of 5H near the end, it was just a 5M, and then you jump. And I was like, why not put the 5H there? That does more damage. And I was thinking maybe it has something to do with, like, it's going to drop in other combos, or because there's different routes and stuff. Yeah. But no, it works. You can do it. I tried every combo, and it still works, and the scaling looks better. So I don't know why they did that. So yeah, I just basically added more to that combo. But then you showed me an actual good Spider-Man B&B that uses his like web swing thing, which I probably will learn when I do get the game. So, but that's basically how I play. And I know that's something I do appreciate. I love when games are like easy to get into, especially when you're, eventually I will learn some actual combos and such.
Yeah. I mean, fighting games have been bending over backwards to do that, like make the genre easier. Yeah.
And I think that's in a way that's a good thing. It does appeal to more people and makes more money. Not saying that fighting games can't be tough. I think it's good. Sometimes you gotta consider what your audience is gonna be, right?
Well, of course. Yeah.
So if maybe you just so maybe you do want to make a very difficult fighting game, and that's cool too. That's like sometimes that's not always a bad thing. But for something like Dragon Ball or Marvel, I think it's a great idea to like appeal to the more casual audience, because Dragon Ball fans or Marvel fans, they're not fighting game players, right? And if anything, I think that's the same thing with Marvel vs. Capcom as well. Like, you could just mash in that game and you're set for a while.
Yeah. Oh, I have gripes about that game. But, I'd say Marvel fans are kind of fighting game players because the list of fighting games we had over the years.
I think that's another thing. They're easy to get into, but they still have depth in them, and I think that's very important. You got to have depth, especially in a fighting game. Otherwise, it gets stale really quickly. A good example is Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, the first one. The game got stale pretty quickly because you just had the same up air combos over and over again. But yeah, that's basically my opinion on Marvel Tokon.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, it does play the kind of the same as the beta or whatnot. So I want to give my thoughts on Tokon. So, off rip, I do love the game, and yes, if you keep track, the PC port is going through some things right now. In fact, you know that meme about video games receiving day one patches? Our day one patch was a PC performance update. It's unreal how, and that, by the way, to anyone listening, that is not Arxis' fault, because they have games on PCs that play great. PC port that plays great. By the way, are you moving around or something?
Sorry about that. I was moving my mic a bit.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they have PC ports that are great. It's you know who's screwing them in the end? Sony.
Sony. Yeah.
Yep. Oh my goodness, because they had all this stuff, and the thing is, if it was in the beta, it's kind of understandable because they didn't want anything data mined or whatnot and stuff like that. But guess what, guys? In case you didn't know, I'm not gonna say them just in case they're real, but it's a rumor that because it's a rumor that we found out some characters who are in the game as DLC. I'm not gonna say who they are just in case, like, people don't want to be spoiled. And if you want to know console, I'll just tell you after the recording. But yeah, and then but the thing is, some other data miners are being like, I don't know where they got this information, because this I watched Rufamongo's video on it, and he was like, this is a renowned data miner. She was like, I don't know where they got this information because I've been trying and I got none from the files. So take it with a grain of salt. And also, your fan's acting up again, by the way.
My bad.
It's okay.
I can't really do anything about that right now.
Yeah, it's alright. Did you want me to pause the video?
Oh, you know what? I think that'd be a good idea.
Alright, we're back, everybody. And if you hear that, like, buzzing sound or anything, that's just his PC fan or whatever. Like, disclaimer, that's is nothing anybody could do, and I still want to talk to him for this video. So, just try to bear with it, please. And it's not... Yeah, just bear with it. Anywho.
Yeah, the PC fans are kind of worn out, but I should be able to get some new ones pretty soon.
Oh, okay, that's still good news. You know what the... Oh my gosh. You know what the best things about Rock Bottom?
What's that?
Yep. Wait, have you seriously never heard the answer before?
Rock bottom. I feel like I've heard the saying.
There's only one way to go.
I don't.
Up.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh my gosh. the first time I heard that was the Sing movie. Like the
really?
trailer. I think it's in one of the trailers. Gosh dang it, I can't name the freaking species of animal of it, but you ever watch We Bare Bears?
Oh yeah, I have.
Their freaking arch nemesis, like that actor who was also animal. He's a gray little thing. I forgot what that animal name is. Oh my god, he acts cute or whatever. Whatever. But it doesn't matter. We're getting so off topic. But Sony cucked Arxis by releasing all these things and tanking it. And I think, like, this might be a conspiracy theory, but I'm following this theory, like many others, that Sony's doing this on purpose. Why? Hey guys, man, if you guys wanted the awesome PlayStation port, you probably should have went to Sony. Like, not Sony, PlayStation, guys. If you want to play this game, I think Sony did that on purpose, bro. And I really genuinely wish that in the deal, like, because I think they said Sony came to Marvel to create Tokon and, like, worked with Arxis, right? I genuinely wish that Marvel rejected them and been like, we're just gonna take your idea and make it ours, and so it could be on every console. You know what I mean? But that's just me. But there is one thing that Marvel did right, because pretty sure you heard of MVCI, right? And you've seen how ugly the graphics are.
Yeah.
And the deal with that was they said Capcom was trying to make it, I think it was to Marvel's orders, try to make it close to the MCU as possible in terms of graphics wise, which is why everything looks realistic and kind of ugly, which is stupid. And the thing is, would you believe me? Because when the game got announced and they did that dev behind the scenes thing right after on the state of play, could you believe me that Arc System Works was actually going to do that? They were actually, first of all, I don't know how does Arc System Works even know how to do any other graphics than like anime, but whatever. Arc System Works was gonna make it like the MCU or something like that. And Marvel, I tell you, Marvel was the first ones that'd be like, stop, no, please God, no. Make it like you want it, like legit. They said, Marvel said, make it your game. That's why freaking Iron Man has that, Japanese Iron Man. Let's just make him a Sentai warrior. You know, it was a pretty good thing indeed. So I was wondering. No, it's all right. So I was.
No, this is embarrassing.
It's all right, because the thing is, I had you muted, but I think I want to show it, like some of the chaos the turtle's causing.
Oh, okay.
By the way, he has a turtle too, just plopping.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, I don't know. He's freaking out for some reason. Ugh.
Again, everybody, I just want to let everybody know. I know like there's some problems, whatever, and I could record another day, but I think I just want to do it today or whatever. And there's not really any problem, you know. And the fan calmed down. I don't even hear it. So.
Yeah.
But anywho, my thought again. Some other thoughts on the game. You don't care for any of the story spoilers, right?
Story spoilers? No, I don't care too much.
Okay. So the only story I have done is the Knights of Doom, because every team gets their own. And yeah. I enjoyed it, and whoever Ultima said this on Twitter, bro. Whoever writes for Doom in this story, which is Kieran Gillen, I believe that's the name is, he needs to become the prime writer of Doom, bro. Like the amount of arrogance Doom has and stuff. Like, dude, in the beginning, the cutscene starts where you've seen this a million times from the trailers that, hey, the promoter's like, hey, by the way, Earth, guess what? The champion chose your Earth. We're gonna send out invites. You fail, Earth is done for. Whatever. Yada yada yada. We're gonna send out invites to the best fighters, and you guys make a team. Doom saw this and he said, obviously I'm going to get an invite. Obviously, hey Doombot, just be on standby for an invite or whatever. He's acting so haughty. And then the Doombot's like, you didn't receive an invite. He's like, what? I bet. Give me my finest cloak. He says that, by the way. I'm not exaggerating. He says, give me my finest cloak. And Doom, by the way, he's the champion is like orbiting Earth, obviously. He's in space. And so Doom pulls up in space, mind you, console, pulls up to his crib. I said this to Trey and he was laughing so much because he's like, bro. He pulls up to his crib. He says, hey, you made a mistake, champion. He said, I did? Yes, you didn't include me. And then you know, they fight or whatever. And then Doom is still having this ego trip because obviously you play as Doom right here and you beat the champion. Yeah. Like, see the power of Doom? This is what I have to make you kneel. And then champion just gets up like, not bad. He's like, okay. And then he's like, you know what? Fine. You if you want to be in this contest so badly, you go steal an invite from with other invitees. He said, oh, okay. Well, the thing is, before he did that, he said, you go steal it, and then he turned his back. The champion turned his back, was about to sit back down on the throne. And then Doom says, don't you dare turn your back on... And then he gets interrupted because the champion punched him so hard, like into outer space and back onto Earth, by the way. Punched Doom so hard. Wow. Yeah. So already the beginning is like chef kiss. Like, I can picture Doom doing this. Like, this is totally in character. Like, I didn't receive an invite. I'm one of the best fighters. No fudging way. Pulls up to the crib thinking he's all that. Then gets mollywopped. Like, you do realize basically that was, you know, obviously storytelling. The champion was just holding back. Like, you're not nothing, Doom. Not nothing. You're not anything, Doom, to me. So he recruits his champions. He gets Magneto. By the way, in this world, like, Magneto did try to join up with the X-Men, right? Like, for their team, but they rejected him. They said no. Because, you know, in this continuity, he's a villain. And then who else? Okay, to get Green Goblin, Doom wants him because he actually has the invite they're looking for. So they fight Goblin. They realize they know it's Norman. And Magneto was gonna kill him because, pretty sure you know, like, probably the lore. Did you know that Norman's trying to run for president?
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, and the thing is, he's running on an anti-superpower campaign and an anti-mutant campaign too. So Magneto obviously was like, oh, word? Okay, I might kill him. And Doom's like, no. And that's how they got Green Goblin, by the way. They said, no, I need him. Yeah. Even though he probably could have used any other villain, but that's going to come up with the next member who you already know who it is. They said, oh god, because they needed him because since he's the mayor, I think he is. Because he's the mayor, I think, trying to run for president. Yeah, he's like, okay, so you have access to the raft, I believe, which houses Carnage. And even though I don't know if you've seen the short, but he says what he said in the short was like, you want him? He makes me look like Tinkerbell. And he's right. Carnage is way nastier and gruesome than Goblin will ever be. So, they get Carnage, and you might be wondering, how does Doom get Carnage on his side, like the vastly insane one? He just says, you be an executioner of heroes. And Carnage is like, alright, bet. Okay. You'll kill all these heroes for me. He said, oh my gosh, you ain't gotta say nothing but a word, Victor. And the thing is, so for this one, I think I even said to you, or Trey, I don't even know if I said this to you, but I know I said it to Trey. First of all, I get why they had Carnage here, because, first of all, Venom has been in too many games, like, legit. I know he's the most popular symbiote, but in this lore, this context, in my opinion, it would make more sense to get Venom right here, because out of all the symbiotes, he's the most rational one. What?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, why would you get the murdering psychopath, whatever, that just... And the thing is, I know he's gonna be DLC. I know Venom's coming.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but seriously, you're getting the whack job insano thing that just says murder, murder. Meanwhile, Venom is just like, if you offer to kill Spider-Man, like, he's rational, he can hold a conversation, like, even though he... By the way, Trey legit said, you call him Venom rational? I said, I corrected him. I said rational, as in terms of all the symbiotes. I didn't say he was rational. But if you want someone that you can try to hold a conversation with, it's him. But the thing is, anywho, they got Carnage. And by the way, that's not a con. That's just a quote unquote nitpick. But it doesn't bother me too much. I'm not crying. I don't really care. Like, but it's just funny to me. Legit, like, okay, so we could get the rational symbiote. Like, all we had to do is promise to kill Spider-Man. That's all we had to do. I mean, Carnage is the same thing, but still, why would you... The thing is, I even speculated before the game's released, like, oh, maybe he has, like, a chip in him that, like, if you don't do what I say, I'll kill you and that symbiote, Cletus. That I speculated on that, but no, he just said, you know what, go stupid, go crazy on these heroes. Yes, sir! But, anywho, they do, and then another thing that Doom says, like, when you battle the promoter, because they gotta test if you're worthy of even being in the contest. When you beat her, no, before you fight her, she was like, don't cheat, which, that confused me, because the champion himself said that Doom was allowed to, steal an invite. Like, that confused me. Maybe there was, like, something in the writing, like, you guys forgot that part, but whatever. But I love Doom's response to her, because he's so filled with ego, Console. He says, lesser men cheat. Doom merely decides what the rules will be. It's like, bro.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like him, yeah.
And then, so, oh, sorry, I got her. I don't know if the mic picked that up, but I got to turn off my notifications. But,
oh, yeah, I heard it.
Oh, well, the mic picked that up then. So I'm so sorry, editing Josh. So yeah, they fight all the teams, and throughout the team, somebody on Twitter put it bestly. In the Knights of Doom storyline, everyone's reaction to Magneto being on the team in this world is like, hey, all the others are just gone. Even Captain America says that, like, all the others are just gone, like, I don't know, like the villains or whatever. But you, Magneto, what the fudge? Like, they're literally saying, look at your partners. You have a serial killer and a monster, which is like Green Goblin and like Carnage. Bro, you're trying to save the world. What the fuck are you doing? And then he has I just remember his clapback towards the X-Men team. Is like, he tried to be on their team, you rejected him. And I love James Arnold Taylor, bro, as a voice actor. Like, oh my gosh, he's up there with Steve Blum and Roger Craig Smith for me. In case you didn't know, he does Ratchet in Ratchet and Clank. He's like the voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's played Magneto before. Like he's does a very good old man voice for someone that not even that old. But yeah, he's like, his performance when he said, "I tried to join you, and you rejected me. So I'm gonna do what I can for mutant kind." So, by the way, over these battles, I'm just gonna spoil the whole story, the Knights of Doom one. Over these battles, he has been like taking something from Doom, by the way, I should say, has been taking something from all these teams. So he stole some of Hulk's gamma energy or whatever. He stole some of Magic's limbo energy or something like that. Which, by the way, in this world, I guess, since Champion is so close and somehow his mage, well, the thing is, his energy or something is throwing off her Magic's limbo energy, making her way more aggressive or whatever. Like something's happening to her. But yeah, I took some of that. I forgot what oh yeah, no, what do you take from Amazing Guardians? I guess he didn't take anything, but the scene, by the way, you would expect Spider-Man would die. No, they were almost about to do it. Green Goblin and Carnage were almost about to do it, but then they got teleported. Like, they were like, finally, yes! The two members were like, finally, gosh, yes! No, they were like, fudge! It was like, freak! Gosh, dang it, I can't have crap in this house! But anywho, when they fought the Samurai Outriders, by the way, the lore in this, I really like how, I don't know if it's the same as the other lores, the stories, but in Knights of Doom, I really like how I get a dip into what's going on with any other team. Because Loki, by the way, is trying, the thing is, Thor disappeared, because that's like, where's Thor and all this? Shouldn't he be on the Avengers? Like, where is he? The thing is, so Thor disappeared for some reason. Everyone obviously suspects, who should have a benefit from Thor's disappearing, who has tried to kill him several amounts of times? Loki. But the thing is, he's saying he didn't do it, but, what's his moniker? The God of Lies. So everyone obviously doesn't believe him. But the thing is, in the lore, he has been trying to do a hero route recently. Now, the thing is, I haven't watched the Samurai Outrider story or played it, so I don't know if that's true, if he has any villainous thoughts, but the reason why he's in this tournament is, like, to save the world. Like, I'll prove that, I guess, like, he's about to prove that he's a hero or whatever. But maybe even because the champion is obviously he's doing the final boss gimmick, by the way, where it's like, you defeat me, I grant you a wish. Like, yeah. So, yeah, maybe the wish is, like, he wants to return Thor. Because he doesn't know where he's at. But, again, I don't know. But after you beat him, the Destroyer, I don't know if you remember what the Destroyer is from the movies or games, if you played any Marvel games, like, the Destroyer from Asgard. You know what that is?
No, I don't think so.
Well, it's a suit of armor that's Odin beckoned to call. In some, stories, Loki took advantage of it to destroy Thor or whatever. Like, even Thor has time beating this Destroyer armor. That's how good it is. But it's basically a robot thingy. But basically, the Destroyer armor, as soon as he beat him, Loki's pleading, like, this does not prove that, like, I didn't fail on purpose. Just, please, have mercy or whatever. And Doom picks up Loki's staff. And the thing is, the Destroyer armor is like, hey, bro, hand that over. You're not taking his staff. And Doom's like, obviously like, okay, bet. But he stole Loki's gem thing out of it that allows him to cast all that ice stuff, you see? So he stole that gem out of it, the staff. So, yeah, he did return it, technically. He returned the staff. So, but the thing is, I'm shaping all this up to, I'm shaping, by the way, you're wondering how Magneto got, Doom got Magneto. It's just what he said in the trailer when the Knights of Doom announced trailer. You made promises, Doom, and he did promise him something. Basically, the mutant, like, help him on the mutant, help him, treat mutants right, like, help mutants, essentially, have their own nation or whatever. Doom said he'd probably do that, like, if you help him. So, basically, let's skip to the champion fight, yada yada. They've defeated the champion, like, his base form, by the way, not that big Broly form you see, or if you saw that. His base form.
I have.
Okay, yeah, he beats his base form, and he's like, okay, what wish do you want? And Doom's like, like, he's rage baiting Magneto, this is all part of his play, and he's like, what do I want? And Magneto swirls him up and says, hey, champion, I want, utopia for mutants or whatever. He said, okay. And while he's in the midst of casting that wish, basically Doom outplays outplayed everybody, because he combined all the things he stole to try to sap Champion's energy. And the thing is, so Champion, by the way, says, because Magneto's like, no, Champion, like, okay, bet, you want my power? Here you have it, and they're fighting the full power Champion, by the way. And basically, and also, another line that I could just picture Doom saying this is basically is like, why are you doing this? Like, you're gonna risk the whole world, because obviously Champion might just destroy Earth, like, because he's mad, you know? You're risking our whole world because of this, and I thought you said you wanted to save the world. And Doom says, it's Doom's world in the first place. It's my world to risk, anyway. It's like, bro.
Oh.
You know that meme where this guy's, like, riding fire? Legit, get him on every Doom project, I swear. Like, I could just picture, like, the amount of ego this guy has. And some people are like, oh, he's an anti-hero. No, he's a villain. I don't know. It reminds me of what people said about Magneto or whatever. Or something like that. I think I was talking to Trey before the Knights of Doom were announced, because everyone just assumed that Doom would be the villain team. I said, oh, how about we do Magneto? And then Trey was like, oh no, in the comics he's kind of an anti-hero or whatever. I said, okay, well, that doesn't mean we can't use the iterations where he is a hero. I mean villain. You know, like, just because, like, the heroes or something in the comics now doesn't have to... They don't have to take the precedent, if you know what I mean. They can still be the old selves. Like, people like, oh, why don't Venom be on the roster? Well, Venom's a good guy now in the comics. It's like, okay. I bet you if we're doing I bet you if we're about to do another Spider-Man animated series, is everyone just gonna be like, are we gonna skip over the symbiote Spider-Man arc, where, you know, it's making the Peter worse and more aggressive and whatnot because the thing's evil or whatever? I truly doubt we're gonna skip over that, you know what I mean? Like, no way. But anywho, let me just wrap up this thing. So, yeah, the thing is they succeed, obviously, since you're playing them, and they beat Full Power Champion. Doom absorbs the power of the Champion. Just saying that, and he gains a new form, which, hey, Arxis, make that a costume right now. Please, make that, like, Champion Doom a costume right now. And the thing is, he says to, like, the promoter, don't you have something to say, promoter? Hail Champion Doom. Then, hey, to my knights, don't you have something to say? Now, Green Goblin and Carnage comply. They say, Hail Doom. But Magneto, like, hesitates for a moment, even though he could kill him, but, you know, Magneto's just like... Because you know his past, right? Magneto's past? Like, he was in the Holocaust, like, what? But the thing is, Doom, like, you can even see in his eyes, he's brimming with power. Doom's like, what's wrong, Magneto? Don't you want this mutant utopia that you want? Come on. And then, like I said, man, James's performance, playing Magneto, he's just a weak, pale Doom. And then the thing is, I'm pretty sure every story they have some ending cards, like what actually happened after the game and stuff. Doom's is just definitively the bad ending, where he actually backs up all the talk, and he conquers Earth. He makes statues in places that Avengers statue you see on the New York stage, and everyone legit's like, hey, hail Doom, like, yeah, please don't kill me, hail Doom. The thing is, Norman does succeed at becoming president, but not in the way he imagined from... There's no like, text anyway, it's, like, just pictures, by the way, so we have to infer what is happening. So, yeah, Norman's become president, but it's like a shadow government. Like, you can pretend to be president, but who's really in charge? Doom.
Yeah.
And then, what's another one? And then the final scene, not final scene, but the scene that got me the most was, you may be thinking, well, does Carnage have a place to hold in Doom's empire? Well, guess what? He is a now official hunter for Doom. And he is hunting the superheroes that are rebelling.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, because that's the thing. You see in the scene that Carnage is like fighting Spider-Man. By the way, looks like Spider-Man, this might be his last outing as a Spider-Man. Because half of his mask is kind of off. You see like Peter's face underneath, and he's kind of horrified. And you see Captain America, Blade, and Wolverine down on the ground. There's no blood, right? But it's obviously that they're down for the count. Like, this is the Empire now. So yeah, sorry I gave that little mini review of the story, everyone. It's like 39 into the recording, by the way, 39 minutes. But I gave that little thing. The story is like they paid attention to the detail of this universe. It was really good. Like I only say that after watching the Fighting Avengers story and playing the Knights of Doom story. I really enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the setup because that's one thing you need to. That's one thing the comics, I guess, kind of fail at with these big crossover superhero events where the superheroes fight other superheroes. They leave out a key part, Console. You want to know what that is, bro? They leave out the heart. Holy crap!
Sure.
That scared the crap out of me. It just blared up for some reason.
Huh?
The fan.
Oh.
Yeah, don't worry, it's good now. But the fan blared up for some reason. But anywho,
Okay.
what I mean by heart is they forget that these superhero characters are friends. When you have a disagreement with somebody, you don't fight them, especially a friend. You don't fight them. I know, like, we've been a friend group, like, you probably disagree with me on some things, you disagree with KO on some things, I disagree with KO on some things, but the thing is, I'm not gonna be like, hey KO, I'm gonna come up to your house since you disagree with me about DNF Duel, and we're gonna really show a DNF Duel right now. You say, hey Console, you love Dragon Ball fighters? Well, I fucking hate Dragon Ball, and I'm about to show you real fighters when I get to your house. But essentially, that's my problem with these superhero like things and stuff. Is like, why are superheroes fighting other superheroes? Like, I'm talking comic events, and to a T in Rivals too, because I think we need more villains on the roster. But whatever. But this setting right here in this fighting game, where the champion is literally forcing everyone to fight. And because the thing is, they did address that in the Avengers storyline, where Kamala, when they was about to fight the Amazing Guardians, Kamala legit said, "Oh, these are the Avengers. How about we just surrender? Like, they're the Avengers. They'll take care of it." But Captain America was the one being like, "Hey, man, don't do that." And you might be thinking, why? Does he want to beat on his friends and other superheroes? Well, it's for a good reason. Like, we gotta measure who has the best shot. So don't give it your all. Basically, everybody give it your all. Because whoever wins, they have the best shot. So, yeah. So basically, that's the reason why. It's just like, that's a good thing. But I do want to do the Samurai Outriders storyline, mostly because it's Deadpool and whatever. Because I'm just like, like, why'd you get on this team? And Loki, I guess, is a good example because it's just, I ain't gonna lie, when this team first got shown, the Samurai Outriders, somebody had a beautiful tweet. It's like, this is the type of team you call for the dubious other people. It's like when you're running out of ideas. Like, they did. Oh my gosh! But yeah, story. The setup is great. That's all I gotta say about that. I'm sorry for rambling your ear off, Console, and the audience that will hear this about the story. But the story is great, like, at least in my opinion. But so the graphics obviously are great. Which, oh my gosh, the graphics are just. We're gonna talk about that on the last topic.
This game is beautiful. Oh, we didn't talk about last topic?
No, I meant for the last topic. I got something.
Oh, okay.
But you're right. The graphics are amazing, Console. Oh my gosh.
They are gorgeous. Oh my goodness.
As typical of Arc System Works. Like, dude, Dragon Ball FighterZ really put them on the map, man. Like, they said, oh my gosh, we can make that much money, and all we gotta do is hire ArcSys? Well, that's how the companies see it, but as we see it, it's like, oh my gosh, Arc System Works can do something other than Guilty Gear? Now, they even got a Korean company, like, the people who own DNF Dungeon Fighter Online, to, like, make a game for them. Now, the game didn't take off. I don't know why, but I can tell you why I didn't play it. I wasn't really trying to. And I told KO this, but I guess he disagrees with me on that. I guess I gotta fight him now. But joking, obviously, KO. But basically, I didn't like how sometimes. First of all, the combos did went on for too long, because I don't know if you've seen any gameplay of DNF, but the combos went on for so long, and it's just constant special after special, like that flash, which I could take if the combos weren't that long. The combos were so long, and then, like, people said there's so much BS in that game, it makes Dragon Ball FighterZ season whatever we're in looks like child's play. Like, there's so much BS in that game. Everybody had a full screen safe like closer or 15 frame whiff punish or something. It's like, bro, what the freak is happening in that game? Anyway,
Yeah, I see.
the music I actually want to comment on. Dude, the music in this game, it needs to be on Spotify ASAP. No Rocky, man. I'm actually gonna file like a support ticket or whatever. I swear.
I agree. I haven't heard every single song yet, but every song I've heard is really good. I think the only one I'm not a fan of is probably Penny's. I'm sorry, I know some people like that type of music, but it's not for me, I guess.
Yeah, it's alright. At least in my opinion, it's alright for me. But what was you gonna say?
Oh, okay. I think Iron Man is probably my favorite. It sounds very much like Guilty Gear, and I love Guilty Gear soundtrack.
Well, I'd like to describe it as like testosterone filled. Like it reminds me of the first Iron Man, bro. Like how good we had it. I don't know your thoughts in the MCU, but I don't really care for it that much. I don't. But the first Iron Man was filled with that's just manly, bro. Like the male fantasy to just make an armor or whatever and have like cool, badass like music in your ear, just wiping out so many bad guys or whatever, just wiping out armies or whatever. Like play my music, Jarvis.
Have you seen the? Yeah.
What was you gonna say?
Have you seen the opening animation, or what's it called? The intro for that one Iron Man movie where not movie, cartoon. It's just him just doing the arm, like hitting the armor, you know, creating it. It's like that is what I'm thinking of. It's go ding, like this is a man doing his stuff here.
Yeah, legit. I know what you're talking about. Where he hammers it, and then you see the like ghostly images of the armors that he's creating. Like, yeah, I seen that. And I hear that cartoon is actually peak, like the 1994 one, Spider-Man one. Yeah. But even then, it's just going off that intro makes me want to watch the cartoon. Like, it's so manly. Just he's so manly. Not, by the way, not to like seem like I'm into him or whatever. I'm straight, by the way. It's just men stuff, man. Like all I can describe is his OST, Iron Man's OST, and Tokon is just. I can imagine Tony Stark listening to this, like, oh, did Hydra? Let's say, oh, did AIM try to steal my Stark plans again? Yeah. Jarvis, like, yes, sir. Okay. Prepare the armor suit. What color would you like it, sir? Let's go classic. And play my music, Jarvis. Already on it, sir. Like legit, I can picture that scenario as like him going to AIM Labs and be like, all right, everyone surrender. They're like, and obviously they don't. So they said, Jarvis, did we install the speakers on my suit? Yes, sir. Already did before you took flight. All right, play my stuff, Jarvis. The man in the meadow. But I'm trying to see which ones I don't like. By the way, the stages also have OSTs, just to let you know.
Yeah.
So, and I have been enjoying the New York City night one. It's like jazzy or whatever. That's really cool. But I will say that I think everyone's favorite from Tokon is the Magneto theme. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Everyone's like at least top 3 is the Magneto theme. Have you heard it?
I don't think so, but I should get in on that.
Yes, please, dude. It's one of the reasons, legit, why I say, hey, I am so sick of fighting game OSTs being like just tied to that game. We have Spotify now, guys. Like it took forever. Like the Fate of Fury game, the City of the Wolves, the recent one that come out. I was so begging for them to finally release the songs on Spotify. They did it finally, but it took them a while. And also, speaking of Fate of Fury, man, they're in season 3 right now.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and the thing is, you know what's the main complaint I hear about fighting games in general, like when it comes to the DLC? You know what the main complaint is, console? Just wondering.
No, I don't think so.
The main complaint that everyone has, but the thing is kind of understandable. But the main complaint is just like, wow, we only get like 4 fighters a year. Like you see a SF6 or Tekken's season pass. First of all, Tekken gets a complete pass, right? Because they're doing so many I described it to Trey, like they're doing 100 millions of animations for one character. Obviously, I'm exaggerating. Like every character has, I think, like at least 80 plus specific moves they have, like in the move list. You know, that's not sidestepping like every character has. Like, yeah, that's just how it is. Like, so Tekken, in my opinion, gets a pass. even though the old characters are just reusing animations, they're just twiddling a little bit. But whatever, I still say Tekken gets a pass. But SF6 and stuff is just okay. But you know what Fatal Fury is doing, by the way? They released a DLC character every month. I'm not joking. This whole year.
Whoa.
Yes, I'm not joking.
Wow.
A character every month. That's Marvel Rivals levels of, like, holy crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's insane. But the thing is, oh my gosh. You know what? No filter. I'm just gonna put my thoughts out there. I get why people like put the game down, right? By the way, do you know why Fatal Fury got like controversial?
No, I have not.
So I don't know. Do you pay attention to sports? Just asking.
Is it Ronaldo?
Yeah, and
or what's his name?
Yes,
Ronaldo. Name right? Okay.
Ronald McDonald or whatever.
I saw his character. I was like, dude, this is the fighting game character of all time. I was like, who is this guy? I was like, oh, it's a real guy. I was like, go away.
By the way, that's not the thing is, that's not why he was like, oh, it's a real guy, so I'm not playing this game. It was a real guy who committed sexual assault and stuff like that. He was and stuff like that. And the thing is, Maximilian Dude, right? He I was watching his stream. It wasn't sponsored, by the way. He's like, he did not accept the sponsored stream. He bought it with his own money, I believe, right? And because it is a new fighting game, and he's gonna play it. And basically, he was like, "Wait, why didn't you accept the sponsor stream if you're gonna play it?" Because I couldn't talk about the Ronaldo stuff. And he's like, and then some guy in the chatter, not being like, the chatter wasn't being mean or whatever. He was just asking a legit question, right? Like, wait, do we know that? Like, he did it. And Max, I guess he did his research, and I ain't gonna lie, I trust Max. He said he admitted it, like he just admitted to sexual assault, I guess. And people, I guess that's what dragged, and not because of Max. I know Max said that, but not because of Max. But people know that he's a sexual assaulter, and he was in this game that turned people off from the game, I believe. And I gotta say, again, I'm not being no filter, but like, again, I don't want to come off as insensitive, but like, wait, y'all didn't buy the game because of that? Again, console, I'm not trying to come off as insensitive, like, and I think, why the fudge is it in jail? But then again, I think back to when, by the way, not defending it, I'm referencing something, when Penguin Zero, you know, Charlie, Moist Critical, like, he was talking about this topic where this NFL player did something, I forgot which one, and he was still allowed to continue to be in sports. I was like, what? What? I don't get why sports gives you a shield sometimes, because I know that I think this guy named Michael Vick, he was doing inhumane things to his dogs, and he got jail time. He wasn't allowed to compete in the NFL. I don't know what happened to him, but I just know he went to jail for it. Like, he was guilty and stuff. But it reminds me of Ezra Miller. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I do.
You know all the things he done?
Sort of. I think I have an idea, but like I don't know. Every time I hear stuff about DC, I kind of occasionally know about stuff about him.
Basically, I'm not gonna go to the list of all that he's done, but basically he's a whack job, and he has done some illegal things, like almost kidnapped a minor, I'd say. Like, he almost kidnapped a minor, so that's cool. And the thing is, he didn't go to jail all this time, and people have made memes about it, like, hey, everyone, if you want to avoid jail time, all you gotta do is be a lead role in the superhero project. There we go.
I think I've heard that before, yeah.
Yeah, so, again, not to be too serious or whatever, I try to be happy, but, you know, I'm also a realist, but, again, I'm just, no filter on my mumble, like, we really abandoned Fatal Fury because of that. Again, he is a piece of crap. I'm not defending him, and personally, I actually do wish he wasn't in this game. Like, in fact, Ganachi's the only one that made sense, because guess what? He didn't, like, say, get me in there. He was like, get my persona I play in these music videos in there. And guess what? He's so filled with personality and fun. He has this overhead where he just leans forward and, like, sings in your ear or something. I gotta do that overhead in the game, but it's like a Michael Jackson lean. He's like, you're... I swear. It's so funny, but legit, by the way, again, I'm not defending him. To make that very clear. I'm not defending him or his actions. He's a piece of crap. Gosh, I hate, like, people who like that, abusive people like that. But whatever. It's just that's just my thoughts, because Fatal Fury like fixes the complaints that everyone has. Like, man, where are these fighting games and stuff? Like the DLC characters. Why can't we get one every month like Rivals? You know, Fatal Fury's doing that. Nah, but it has Ronald McDonald. It's like, oh, I actually understand your reason. I'm a fence sitter on this topic. I hate being a fence sitter, but I am on some topics where I understand both sides. I'm just like, oh, okay. Like,
yeah, I think it's very good to like figure that out, because I think that also helps with arguments too. Like, if you don't understand their argument, then you're not gonna prove they're wrong, right?
wow.
In an argument sense.
You're smarter than most Twitter users.
Yeah. I think it's good to do your research, you know. See, because sometimes people will just say, "Oh, they said this," and I was like, "Huh, that's weird," because it says in my notes here that that is completely wrong, and you probably don't know what you're talking about. Because man, I'm in a lot of fandoms that are like that. It's like, oh, this has always been how Japan did this thing. So just America does it wrong, and then I'm like, are we watching the same thing?
Yeah.
This doesn't even have dialogue in this game. What do you? It looks.
Are you in the Pokemon fandom by any chance?
I mean, not really. I grew up with Pokemon.
Oh, go ahead.
I did grow up with Pokemon, but I'm not like super into it now. I'm trying to get more into it, but I don't know, man. Like, I know the Pokemon fandom is not my favorite fandom. I personally don't consider it to be the same to Nintendo fandoms. Like, personally, Nintendo fans can be pretty bad too, but I don't know. I don't really.
Yep.
I don't really like. You know, I think Pokemon is a different level for me.
Yeah, I completely get it. Because the reason
not to be rude, not to be rude. Not everyone in the Pokemon fandom is, like that. It's just there's a lot of that like to say that opinion on it.
No,
like
I get it. The reason I mentioned that, because you said like, oh, are we watching like this has no dialogue or whatever? Because Pokemon is owned by this, I guess, this company called Game Freak, and I see every time a new Pokemon game releases, I see all over Twitter that, man, you know, this Pokemon is I would say $1 billion franchise. Like, it's so big.
Yeah, dude. This is like not only is this Nintendo's second most biggest franchise, unless you're considering the Wii Sports, because apparently that's one of the best-selling games of all time.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like the third most popular video game franchise in the world. I think the first one is Minecraft.
I can believe it.
Yeah. And then the second one is Mario, and then Pokemon. So I always say this: the bigger the fandom, the worser it is, because at the end of the day, the fandom is filled with humans, people who live on Earth, and and the humans we have so much different opinions that there's gonna be some terrible people out there, no matter what. I don't think that needs to be said to understand that. And I say that like the biggest fandoms are usually some of the worst.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I completely get what you mean. Like, oh my gosh, I guess I want to take it back to Dead by Daylight fandom if we're talking about that. Like, oh my gosh, it's just kind of a war going on between survivors and killers, I guess. And then I think normal people are just sitting over there in the corner, like, can you guys get a grip? This is a game. Legit, but. Yeah, I guess that was just my rant on Fatal Fury. Let me continue, because talking about Tokon. So yeah, talking about the music, and before I get off the music topic, Deadpool's theme is really pretty cool. I'd say so. And the thing is, it's unpredictable. I'd like to say that it's unpredictable.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because
Fitting.
Taskmaster doesn't want to fight Deadpool. How unpredictable he is. And he also does not want to fight Moon Knight, because Moon Knight says, how am I supposed to fight the guy who can literally copy a martial art just by watching me throw a punch? I'll just crash a plane or a helicopter. I forgot which one. He crashed a plane or a helicopter into him. Yeah, that's why.
Sounds like Moon Knight.
Yeah, that's why Taskmaster, this one story, I don't know if you heard, but I think vampires were trying to hire Taskmaster to kill Moon Knight. He said, "Fudge, no." I think he pulled out a bullet or something, and he said, "Do you know what this is?" He says, "A bullet or so." I don't know what it was. I think it was a bullet, but he said Moon Knight melted a man down to this bullet, and that. But the thing is, this is what Moon Knight is: an unstoppable bullet, because he will come at you. He doesn't even have a healing factor, mind you. He will come at you without any safety for himself. Like, he's an insane man.
Yeah.
Like, and then after
he's insane. Yeah.
after that conversation is over, I think after Moon Knight gets doing what he's done, Taskmaster's like, "Hey, I got some info on you. Vampires wanted me to kill you. I just want to let you know, in case you found out they had dealings with me, I had nothing to do with it. Legit." He went to Moon Knight, said, "Please don't come to me. I had nothing to do with it, Moon Knight, okay? I had nothing.
Yeah.
I don't want another helicopter or plane crash into me." Anywho, like, Arxis always nails the music, and it gets me excited for, like, DLC characters, because I'm just like, okay, what? They always did that, like, especially when I was on Dragon Ball FighterZ. Like, oh my gosh, they made me so hyped for the music. Like, what will you do, you know? Some you know, some don't, like, make me, like, happy or whatever. Like, oh, I don't really like this one or whatever. But there are some that are just bangers, like the Broly DPS music and stuff like that. Gogeta's Super Saiyan Blue one. And oh my gosh.
Really? Okay.
I'm trying to think of another one. I think it was Fusion Samasu's theme. Yeah.
Oh man, Goku Blacks and Fusion Samasu's, they're pretty much peaked as like songs for that game. I love those ones.
Dude, I really listened to the stage music, and my favorite one was Space. I love how epic it made you feel. Like, it's so epic, it made you feel like this is the final battle for Earth or something. Like, legit, it's so good. And then the Kai planet or whatever.
Mine is Planet Namek. Like,
oh, okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's like, it's so high action pace. It's like, that's what I think of a, you know, just a Dragon Ball fight in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the music is great. You know, obviously that's subjective. I'd say so. That music is subjective. Like, whoever listens to it. But I would say, as soon as you listen to Magneto's theme console, I want you to tell me how you feel about it. If it's top 3, like everyone who has ever said it. Like, there's been tier lists on the music, by the way, and everyone says Magneto's top 3. Like, oh my gosh, it's so good. But anywho, let's get on to the gameplay right here. Now, how it plays. Okay, not counting online performance. Actually, no, I think I should count online performance, since that is the review or whatever. I'd say good when it works, because I'm on the PC port. When it works, it is good.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the netcode's good, but obviously when it's, like, buggy or whatever, which I have a theory, I said in my Tokon video, that I think it's, like, other guy's PC, like, he can't handle it or something. Because I know my PC can handle it. I got the specs for it. I know my PC can handle this game.
It's probably my PC.
I just don't know if other people can. Wait, didn't we play on the PlayStation? You were on PlayStation when we played?
Yeah, I did play it on PlayStation. That's where I play most of my fighting games.
Good, because PlayStation is turning to the fighting game console. No, I think it is. Like, people...
Oh, yeah.
When they had tournaments, like offline tournaments, they just say do PlayStation. Like, they just do PlayStation.
Yeah, I agree. That's actually the main reason I bought the PS5 in general, because you know, I for the longest time had Dragon Ball FighterZ on the Switch. Yeah, I know, very questionable decision. So you know, I wanted to get the PS5 so I can play Dragon Ball FighterZ and Guilty Gear Strive. In fact, I probably will talk about that for my hot take category that we have later on. So we'll get back to that later. But yeah, I agree.
Good. The PC port, I can't believe it turned out like this. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Yeah.
And again, it's all Sony's fault. For anyone wondering, oh, is Arxis finally like incompetent or whatever? No, they have their own IP, Guilty Gear, on PC, and it runs really well. So no, it's Sony's fault. They want to do this because they're trying to. I think I said this before on this Mumble, but in case I didn't say it, I'm gonna say it again. But they're trying to, you know, because you know the flack that Sony's getting right now, right? The all digital future.
Yeah.
That they're trying to bring.
Definitely.
And Well, actually, I think I'll actually bring that up in my hot take video. The topic, that I think I want to touch on, because I think it is important that I touch on that. So, the gameplay-wise, I'd say good. The system mechanics. The only thing I have a complaint about in terms of mechanics or whatever, I think the defense mechanic, like, it's called crossover, I believe. When this comic page puts up and stuff, and your opponent can block it. You know what I mean? Pretty sure you know that mechanic.
Yeah, the counter
or crossover. Basically, when you're blocking, you can activate it. You know that one.
Oh yeah.
So, my complaint about that is, so if my opponent just knows all the timings, which is the same, I believe. Every character is not different, so I think it's the same timing for obvious reasons. If you had to remember every character's timing, that'd be something. But I don't know. They maybe might have to make it like that because I don't like being punished for doing a defensive mechanic that much. Like, in Killer Instinct, if I get baited into a defensive mechanic, that's fine. If you want to bait me, that's like, obviously that's a read. My problem is that if I do this defensive mechanic, guess what? All my opponent has to do is perfectly time it, like the block button, and guess what? I'm disassembled. I can't call on my teammates or anything like that. I'm just like, I think I said that in my video, by the way. If it was like Killer Instinct where it's different timings to like attack, this is fair game. Like, okay, sure. But as of right now, I don't do that mechanic against a high pro player because all they have to do is react. In fact, I should get into the habit of that because, by the way, I originally thought when you were crossovering me a lot in the beta. By the way, I deleted that footage because, you know, it's old footage. We're gonna have to make some new one in the future.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
You cross over it a lot. The thing is, I didn't realize you can, even if your assist is out, you can still use the other assist. Like since you still have green bar. So
yeah,
all it takes is just them using an assist or whatever, and I'll lay down pressure. Oh, you crossover me? Guess what? I have godlike reactions. I'm Sonic Fox. Guess what? Disassembled.
It's true, man. I know. Like when we were playing with these here, like I was doing pretty good. I thought I was like, you know, mixing it up, but eventually you just were doing every single time. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna delay it like 5 times, or not delay it. I'm just gonna not do it for 5 times, and then hit him with the the razzle dazzle. But no, no matter what I did, you just managed to catch me, and I was like, oh dang, okay.
Yeah,
like,
and it just sucks that it's like, oh cool, so he just has to wait for it. It's legit, you can't miss the crossover. Like it turns into a white, everything turns white, and then all you have to do is time it. So yeah, I guess that's my complaints about it. If I had to say, like, and by the way, let's just move on to the other topic since I'm going that. The other topic and final topic of Tokon is changes to any characters and or mechanics you would want. And obviously, for the defense mechanic crossover, I think there needs to be different timings. And I'm not saying for every character. I mean a light, medium, or heavy timing. Or if you want to simplify it, since we're just simplifying fighting games, a heavy or a light timing. Boom. That's all you got.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, because like I said, because that's the thing, it's supposed to be a get-off tool, but guess what? Oh, so I just had to time it, and every character, it's like DI, Drive Impact, and SF6. It's like, because in case you didn't know, every DI has the same frames and stuff. It's built like that. They all hit at the same time, so you just got to learn one timing. And obviously that game is different, and like you can do that and stuff, that's fair. But this game, I just had to learn the timing. Let's say it's like 24 frames. I just had to wait like a couple of seconds or whatever, and just press it. Okay, cool. I'll just count to 1, 2, 3 every time you do it. It's like, oh, okay. But yeah, that's my complaint. That's what I would change. I'm trying to think of any characters I would change. I'd say Champion, by the way. He's the grappler of the game. I think I'm gonna play him for my next video after this Tokon one. I'd say get rid of this stupid. He has this stupid restriction, by the way, where he can't normally chain into his like heavy or something. You gotta wait a little bit after you press the button. I'm just like, what is this here for? To give him more skill or whatever? It's like, no, please, for the love of goodness, just let him chain into the heavy. And also, people have been saying, even Trey has been watching, champion gameplay. By the way, you only get access to his Broly form. You don't get the Slick form, which they should remedy that in the future. Also, they need to make Promoter a playable character, because it's like, I'd say free money, in my opinion, because you already got the models and animations there, But, like, the playable and slim champion, but whatever. Buff champion right here. Yeah, the chain thing, please let him just chain into heavy. You're not becoming any more skillful. You're a big buffy grappler, bro. Just let him chain into the heavy. I say that as a grappler main. Just chain him into the heavy. Let him chain into the heavy. And also, he has this gauge. Do you know about the gauge and like what champion does?
No, I don't think so.
So basically, he has this gauge or whatever, and he basically gonna turn Super Saiyan 3. Like he goes kind of full power on you, like full power. Like he turns to Frieza final form into Frieza final form full power, if that makes sense. Like and like his moves get enhanced. And the thing is, he usually can't call for assist, by the way, console. He is alone in this tag fighter game. And the thing is, that would be okay if he was just better. Like he needs some buffs. Because he does have things to help him and stuff, and he's a grappler, he's supposed to get close, but he can't call on anybody. Which means like you're gonna have to improvise by yourself, which is fine. In fact, I think that's a bold direction to have a solo character in a tag fighter game. And you can still tag out, by the way. You're not just restricted to him, so you can still tag out in case you want to go back to that playstyle, which I think is neat. So yeah, but the thing is, his gauge, like, I think they legit said it depletes when he's on the back foot, when he's in the backup. So, but basically he has his gauge, as soon as you land another command grab, he turns into Ultimate Champion or something. His moves get enhanced and stuff. But the thing is, that takes way too long, man. It takes so long. Dude, I was playing him, like, off camera. Dude, I finished some matches where I don't transform and stuff, because my thing's, like, 75% complete, like 80%. I'm just like, bro, are we serious? And the thing is, yes, you can charge it up, because for his assist button, while he's in normal form, because when he's in powered up form, he gets a new assist himself. Like, I'm not joking. He summons like a stand, like several stands to help him out of himself. So that's cool. And I guess that's just like, please buff him. And even my friend said, okay, every time he does the command grab, how about he gains a chunk of it? Well, the thing is, I wouldn't describe it as a chunk. About 3% or 5% of the bar, right? Because the thing is, he has a counter command grab, by the way. And I have been abusing it like crazy. My friend Trey even saw I was abusing it. There's people that didn't know what to do with him. They keep trying to like air normal me. I just do that. I just do the counter command grab and it gets them. And he also has this bug where he can OTG after his other command grab with another grab. And people have been saying, oh, well, let's just make that part of his moveset, but fix the animation, because it's very obvious that that wasn't planned, by the way. You have to see the animation for yourself, which is very obvious. But I guess that's the only one I can think of. Champion needs some buffs. And Goblin needs to get nerfed immediately, by the way, because I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what you've seen, but Sonic Fox has been terrorizing with Goblin. Cause
oh my goodness.
when he gets on his glider, you would think that every single move he does will be overhead, right? Like, oh, okay. No, some moves are low. I'm just like, what?
Okay.
And that gets people, because it's like, okay, he can do so many overheads in a row, then all of a sudden he has this low. And by the way, it does not look like a low. I think the low is that, like, he scrapes the ground with his glider, but it doesn't look like it, right? Like, he dives the ground. I'm just like, how the freak was I know that that's a low, man? Get out of here. Anywho, nerf Goblin, please, and buff Champion. And the defense mechanic, all you gotta do, before I let you get on your piece, sorry, all you gotta do is, buff Champion and buff the defense mechanic. All you gotta do is, like, make it different timings. But those are the 3 changes I want, at least. But what about you, bro?
Yeah, on the Green Goblin thing, I remember I was scrolling on Twitter and I saw a tier list talking about what their opinions on them. and they, there was a lot of good picks, and then on the top tier, it's just question mark, and it's just Green Goblin. I'm like, oh, what happened?
I've seen the same thing. He's in his but the thing is, it was like the N word. Like, I'm black, so I can say it.
Yeah.
I can say it, but it was like nigga, and there's like question mark. Like, why is he this broken? Yeah, that's right, Spider-Man. I'm broken in your game. But what about you? Any other things you'd like to change? Because it's like kind of the same as the beta.
Well, you kind of said most of the things. I wanted to bring up my opinion on the what's it called, the crossover attack that you said.
Yeah,
I think you did have you had a cool idea that I liked. My idea was like, I just think that maybe they could make it a little harder to get, or I don't know, maybe it could depend on certain requirements. I don't know, but I honestly, I think making it a little harder is probably something that's what I would do. But I do like the way that you described it.
well, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But the main thing that I wanted to change is the wall break. I think they did change a bit, right? But I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I want a little more. What's the word? More options to not break the wall. Because I'm not sure what the changes were from the first beta to the closed one, but like I don't know. I kind of want to see like a little more depth on like what to break the wall or not, because I want less. I want more options where I don't have to break the wall. Is what I'm saying. But that's pretty much what I have to say.
I don't know, because to break the wall, you just do break version of the attacks, which everyone has ones. Like, for example, Caps is legit. These number notation 214, and then light, which is quarter circle back light, because he does that charge. The thing is, it's an option. If I don't want them to go through the wall, I just slam them to the ground with like my air normals with a 2H in the air, or just auto combo it, because this game does has air auto combos. So yeah, like I like that it's a choice, because yeah, everyone was right. Like the alpha or whatever, like this game, it was just wall breaks happen constantly. But the thing is, like I said, it's a choice. Like I like that it's a choice, because the thing is, I'm pretty sure the 6H, forward H, it always wall broke, like legit. If you hit them to the wall, like the air 6H, I should say, not the ground one, because not everyone has that. But the thing is, it only wall breaks if you 2H them and you go high up in the air, right? If you end it with that, it only wall breaks. But I do remember, I think it wall breaks. It used to wall break, and Supers used to wall break. Even I could say Spider-Man's look like it's gonna wall break, because he legit throws you over there. Even Hulk throws you over there. But the thing is, they took that out because everyone did complain about the constant wall breaking. And the thing is, at least we have like corners. I'm trying to think, is there an infinite stage other than nowhere? Because I can't think of it, but pretty sure every other stage we have like walls, so it's not a continuous gap. But I understand where you're coming from. But yeah, it also throws. Yeah, that's a good one. But that's
and
just
throws too. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say.
Okay. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the Marvel Tokon topic we're discussing. It is an hour and 18 minutes into this recording, by the way. Remember when I said in the DMs like it wouldn't take that long, these topics? Wow, time sure flies fast.
Yeah.
Anywho,
when you're really passionate about something, you really love talking about it, right?
Yeah, especially with your friends. Like when you're talking with your friends or somebody you like, you just keep talking about your interests. People just don't understand that for some reason. But whatever. On to our second topic: video game balancing, subjective or objective? So in my opinion, I'd say it's objective, and the reason I ask this or want your opinion on it, it stemmed from this Marvel Rivals video I watched. It was I don't know if you know who these two YouTubers are. It's Flats and Light. You know who they are?
No, I don't think I do.
So essentially, first of all, whenever you played Rivals, when you played Rivals, how seriously did you take it? Like, did you pay attention to balance patch notes?
To a degree, honestly, I just looked at the characters that I use and the characters that I hate.
Even then, that's fine. But basically, what's going on right now? Like, and even like before season 9, when things got jazzed up, we got a whole new expansion that everybody got like new abilities and whatever. So basically, I watched that video, and if there were sides, like I'm just agreeing with Light. I just agreed with Light most of the time. Because basically, by the way, Flats has been like a huge YouTuber or whatever. Even my friend watches him. But Flats, basically, this Light did a reaction to Flats. Because Flats was basically saying, I'm just going to paraphrase it, but balance is subjective. They're not balancing for you like pros or whatever. They're balancing for casuals or whatnot. And first of all, on that topic, like balancing for casuals or whatnot, especially when it comes to Rivals, the casuals, I'm pretty sure, are already gone. Like, they only come when a new hero comes, right? They only do that.
Yeah.
And also, if they are casual, okay, like, whatever. Like, oh, la-di-da, why are we balancing for them? We said to the people that actively play their game. I never got that. Like, well, we just balance for, like, people who have fun playing the game, not you pros who take everything seriously. It's like, so you do know pros are having fun in this game? They're just very passionate. Like, people treat pros at any game, not just Rivals, like professionals, like they're cancer. They just make games unfun or whatever. It's like, no! Dude, the reason why I'm into Tokon, and I take it seriously or whatever, not saying that I'm gonna go pro or whatever. Who knows? I might be in a tournament. Like, I've been thinking about going to tournaments for SF6 or whatever, like TNS.
Me too, man. Yeah, me too.
I should have done it over the summer, but now next week my college is starting up, so that's cool. I should have went to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so sick of this hatred against pros. Like, you guys just you hate fun or whatever. You guys just make the game unfun or whatever. And it's just like, back on the fighting game bit, I forgot. The reason why people go to fighting game tournaments isn't because, well, first of all, yes, there is some part of I'm gonna dominate this guy or whatever, but it's also, I am having genuine fun playing this game. I'm having fun playing this game, man, and I want to continue playing, and my fun is different from your fun. You just want to mash buttons or whatever and be like, oh my gosh, I did a level 3 or whatever. By the way, I know I gave that impression or whatever, but to any casuals that listen to this, I'm not making fun of you being a casual of anything. If you don't take the game seriously or whatnot, you just log on to Rivals, you log on to Tokon every once a week or whatever or whatnot, you just play it on a random day. That is fine. No one is asking you to play this game like every day. That's completely fine. I'm not making fun of you, and nobody ever should. I know I just gave that impression, right? But seriously, like, nobody should ever make fun of like, oh, you only play this game once a week? Ha! You idiot. I already platinum trophied everything, and I already got like all the characters or whatever. I'm so good at this game. I'm so better than you. You have every right you have every right to say, okay, I just have fun playing the game, you know? Like, I have my own fun. Which gets to me, because everybody understands this, but when it comes to pros, like I said, it's just, you guys just ruin the game. But basically, yeah, Flats was saying, like, balance is subjective, or whatever. And, but balance is subjective, and they don't balance for you. By the way, he wasn't even talking about Light. He was talking about competitive people, like people who play the game seriously, Rivals.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't talking about Light. But the thing is, Light reacted to him, and then Flats reacted to Light, reacted to him, and then Light did that again, vice versa, and counted the points. But the thing is, I am on Light's quote-unquote side, where, oh my gosh, I'm on his side where I think balance is objective and stuff. Like, I don't think that balance is, like, vibes-based, like, me personally. Because the reason, and the things he, like, Light's points, right, when he was countering, like, Flats' logic, because, unironically, Flats legit said, like, did you know that these guys, like, in China, you know, they work so hard or whatever, they barely get to see their families or whatever. Like, if you ask for them, like, to work any harder, you're kind of enslaving them, you know? And then Flight just held his head in his hands, like, dude, I'm not asking them to work any harder than they already are. And this is true, by the way. Me too. We're not asking for them to like add new animations or anything like that. Not even that, by the way. We're asking them, like, by the way, Rivals devs, to not buff something by 1 or 2. Buff something by 10. Why are they doing just 2? Just buff it by 2 or 1. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
He's not asking them to work any harder than they already are. And my take on him, Let's saying that, by the way, is like, I'm sorry about that. Like, what am I meant to do with that information? What am I meant to do? You know what I mean? Like, and yes, it's horrible that Asian work culture, in case you didn't know, is like that, where you gotta work so much. And then they wonder where the birth rate's gone, by the way. Like, legit. They wonder, why aren't people making babies? It's like, when you have your employees, when you have your sheep or cattle, as you would call it, working in a legit factory or machine like cog or whatever, working 24 hours a day, every day, why aren't they meeting a female? Like, or a male or a female meeting a male? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But anywho, like, again, what am I supposed to do with that information, Flats? That they work all 25 hours a day or whatever? What am I meant to do with that? Again, and then, like I said, if I'm on his lights, quote-unquote, sides, like, we're not even asking them to add new animations or rework character. Well, we are asking them, you know, rework some characters, but I'm asking every patch note, can they not buff something by 1 or 2? Like, do big boy numbers, you know? And also, poke or whatever. Do you know the basis of like shooting hero shooters? I guess like poke, brawl, dive, those categories.
Okay. Honestly, I feel like that's something I definitely know. I need to know more because I've heard what diving is, but I'm not entirely sure what it.
Dive essentially is like a dive character where. Oh, well, you played Rival Spider-Man. He is meant to be a quote-unquote assassin. That's why I'm going to say dive characters are assassins.
Oh.
They go after the backline, which is usually healers. Because guess what? The team falls when the healers are out. So they usually go after healers, and this is whole push and play. And the Rivals community treats divers like Satan for some reason. Listen, I get annoyed. I'm a support main, by the way. I get annoyed when I get dive too, but I understand why it's there. Like, people have no empathy in Rivals and stuff like that. They just so that's dive. Brawl is basically legit melee characters like Hulk, who's just in your face, like punching you. That's literally Brawl.
Yeah.
And poke poke is essentially not every gun character like in Rivals, because I'm trying to do this like Rivals, not other hero shooters, but poke is essentially people who are in the mid lane or back line, even with the supports, like just sniping from afar. Like pre-rework Widow or Hela or any other hit scan you can think of. Do you know what hit scan is, by the way?
Hit skin?
Hit scan. Yeah.
No, that's something that's brand new to me.
Okay, so this is a perfect summary of hit scan. Have you played Battlefield and Call of Duty before?
Yes, with very casually, yeah.
So you played both of those franchises before?
Battlefield, probably not Battlefield, but definitely Call of Duty.
So in Call of Duty console, if you shoot someone, what happens?
They get shot.
Yes, they get shot.
I mean, they get hurt, right?
But the thing is, there's no bullet distance or whatever. I'm pretty sure you heard that Battlefield has bullets, projectiles. Like, it's not Call of Duty hit scan. Like, the attention to detail is so there in Battlefield that when you're sniping, you need to take account for the wind and stuff. It's that accurate. And
really?
Yeah, and the thing is, Battlefield they have projectile speed or whatever. If you shoot someone from far away, I could describe it to you like that. If you shoot someone from far away in Battlefield, I'm not even talking about that far, like sniper range far. I'd say like I don't know. I'd say 30 feet, right? No, let's wind in it like 50 feet. If you try to shoot someone 50 feet in Battlefield, it will legit take a while. Well, not even a while, like, because bullets are fast. Even in real life, bullets are still fast.
Yeah.
But it'll take a couple of seconds, I'd say that. Like, it'll take a couple of seconds for it to hit the register because the bullet needs to travel. Hit scan, Call of Duty uses, they just see if anyone's there. If anyone's there, they get hit. It doesn't matter if you see the bullet like, oh, well, that didn't hit me or whatever. It doesn't matter. In the game's code, if you're sniping somebody console in Call of Duty, it does not matter how far they are. it will be, let's say you're aiming at the head because that's an instant kill for all snipers in Call of Duty. They'll die no matter what. All you got to do is pull the trigger at any distance. So basically, it scans if anyone's there, it hits them. That's hit scan.
Okay.
But yeah, but basically that's a problem right now in Rivals. Like hit scan or whatever is just really kind of running the game, and they have done nothing about it. Kind of like, oh my gosh, they've done nothing because they're so safe. All they got to do is sit near the healers behind the tanks, and they could just snipe the other team like that far away and stuff. Yeah. But basically, he's like Light is asking for that and whatever, and he even said like, you know, when you said earlier that people just misinterpret things, like even though they didn't say that, like oh my gosh, people have said putting words in Light's mouth like, oh, he hates Poke or whatever. No, he doesn't hate Poke. He just thinks it's so strong or whatever. He even said like, okay, let's nerf Melee too because Black Cat on her release, she was a monster and they gutted her, like legit gutted her in the next patch notes. Like they shot her ankles back, bro. But the reason I bring this whole argument up, I'm sorry for going on that tangent about Light and Flats, but basically it's just their argument, right? Where Flats is just like, balance is subjective, whatever. And he made a great point. First of all, when you played Rivals, I'm pretty sure you can agree that Mr. Fantastic is not the best of heroes, right? Like you can agree to that.
Yeah.
And the thing
when he first came out, I thought it was actually pretty good, but then I noticed so many people were putting him at like bottom tier, worst character in the game. I was like, I
wouldn't go that far.
But I could see why. You know, I mean, to me, he's very all around-ish. Yeah. Like he's basically a Vanguard and a duelist, right? As a duelist. And I feel like that usually sometimes all around characters have like that type of issue, right? They don't really excel at certain things. So I think that's my particular logic. I know that doesn't really apply to every game, but for this game I do think that fits. But yeah.
Oh, okay, so yeah, basically Flats is like, and also Light did say this, and I actually agree. I don't know if you do. He said basically, if someone is low elo, because Flats said this too. He said Light is basically essentially saying low elo people, or people who don't play the game, like rarely play the game, or they have misconceptions about the game. Like, let's say this Mr. Fantastic is terrorizing this one bronze player, and he says, Mr. Fent over here is the best character in the game, even though there's obvious weaknesses to him. The thing is, like, he said, Flash is like, okay, you can't just say their opinions don't matter. Like, they're delusional, sure, but you can't say they don't matter. Light paused the video, he said that's basically his entire argument. Like, because he just summed it up. You shouldn't listen to people who don't know what they're talking about, essentially. Like, that's basically the argument of balancing subjective versus objective. Why should we listen to that guy who doesn't know that Mr. Fantastic has a clear weakness or whatever, and he's not that strong? Like, you're never gonna see Fent in, like, high elo, like, in tournaments and all that stuff. You're never gonna see him in there.
Oh, yeah.
So...
I get it, yeah.
Yeah, basically that's why I put that up there. Is like, I think balancing is objective. Especially when it comes to pros who know what they're talking about. In fact, perfect example. Tekken 8 Season 2. Did you hear what happened with that? Do you know what happened with that?
Season 2.
Okay, so Tekken 8 Season 1, let me just explain. Tekken 8 Season 1 launch, like, with good, I guess, reception and all that, and all the... The thing is, it was meant to be a more aggressive Tekken, because Tekken usually is a very defensive franchise, I believe. And I could tell you, in all those Tekken 7 tournaments, it was a snooze fest. Because, you know, it was just so defensive and whatnot. Now, the thing is, I get it. They had to block. I'm not asking for them to commit to, like, high, risky stuff. But it was just like, man, like, players just barely do anything. Just, you know, just touch each other every once in a while. Now, in Tekken 8, they resolved to fix that issue. They made the game so aggressive, right? And it shows in Tekken 8 when you compare the footage, right, to 7. It shows. Now, the thing is, even me, though, even me, who liked the aggressive way this game was going, and everybody else, even the people who, like, didn't like the game, like, how aggressive it was, They said the thing is they conceded the argument, and they said, okay, you guys want this game to be aggressive, which is the pro players, by the way. You guys want this game to be aggressive? That is completely fine. That's fine. Just give us some more defense though, like the defense, like and stuff. Just give more ways to defend or whatever. And they're not talking about like add new mechanics or whatever like that, like because the game is the tracking in this game, Tekken 8. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't know what happened between 7 and 8, but I can't sidestep things barely anymore without fear of getting hit. It is stupid, the tracking in this game. And I'm not even talking about homing attacks, which are designed to catch sidesteps. Like, that's fine if someone hits me with a slap if it's homing. But if I sidestep you when you're trying to stab me with a sword, and it's a very linear attack, I should not get hit by it, or be scared of getting hit by it. That's why, dude, that's why I can't wait for VF6, bro. Like, as soon as I saw that trailer, they got sidestepping down to a pack. I was like, oh, well, okay. You might be my new 3D gaming fighting game. Maybe. But essentially, you might be thinking, because all the pros said that. All the pros said, just all you gotta do is tone down the aggression and up the defense a little. Not up the defense a lot, just a little. And then, you know what? That's fine. We have an aggressive Tekken. Like, we're not just swaying back and forth. This is not a boring set to watch or whatever. We have fun here. They doubled down on the aggressiveness. Gave most characters a 50-50 mix of whatever. KO made a video about it. Shout out to him, where this robot guy, Jack 8, he had this infinite, by the way, like legit infinite, like a block string infinite. And if you try to do anything, you get hit. I think it even worked. I think it even worked if you tried to go into heat, like get out of it. So you couldn't get out of it, legit. And it wasn't a high, so you can duck it. You can't sidestep it because it had too much plus frames or whatever. So GG's, like legit. It was an infinite.
Yeah.
And people, there was so many messed up things. It was just that they, instead of listening to the pros when they said more defense, they said no, we're gonna do more offense. And guess what? Tekken 8 Season 2 caught so much backlash from casuals and pros alike. Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, good. And you want to know why it caught so much backlash? Because they didn't listen to the pros. When they said, okay, you can legit, they're not asking for this game to be Tekken 7 again. Because, like, people have problems with the heat mechanic. I really don't, but whatever. People was like, okay, that's fine. The heat mechanic can stay, even though we have problems with yada yada yada. Just make the game have some more defense, that's all. They said, no sir! So yeah, that's their fault. The thing is, they have been fixing it, and I think we still have some other things to dress out in Season 3, I believe, but it's gotten better, I'd say that. But yeah, and I have a hot take. I know we're not in that category yet, but it's about balancing. I'm just gonna say it. People say that video games cannot have perfect, well, when it comes to like fighting games or whatever, I guess rivals and stuff like that, with competitive games where you go against another person, it can't have perfect balance. It's impossible.
Yeah. Exactly.
I have the hottest of takes on this subject. I disagree. I think perfect balance is possible. Yes.
Really? Okay.
It's just that we don't have any successful attempts. We don't. Because, like, I legit want a developer, Rivals, or even a fighting game developer. If I make my own fighting game, like, years later, I might just do this. Let's say my fighting game takes off console, and, you know, everyone loves it. I'm reaching 3 million, like, well, not 3 million, millions and millions of players, and they have some complaints about it. I want to try this as a test, because the thing is, I could always revert it back, you know, because games have versions. So I want to try. I would gather up so many pro players. I'd be like, okay, all of you, I got you in this call for one reason. I'm gonna leave you off with this. I want you all to write pages or whatever, or at least on some characters, what you would do to them to make them viable. Not strong, but like fun. Fun is the most part, and viable. Like fun, like that would fix the game. Like if one character is weak, we're not gonna buff him to the over extreme. We're gonna make him viable while also fun to play as and to play against. I legit want a company to do that, man. I have always thought, why don't companies do that? Like, did you know? Speaking of that, Street Fighter 6 might be trying that actually, because I think it was months ago. I think it was the Japanese Twitter, I believe, of Street Fighter. They said, "Hey, we're actually hiring a battle planner, and the battle planner essentially is basically in charge of balance changes," which tells you something. Because, by the way, Tekken 8 Season 2 was before SF6 Season 2, I believe. And it shows in the patch notes SF6 got, which is another subject. SF6 is so scared of change, man. It is so scared of like actual change. And the thing is, relatively, you know how I said there's no perfect balance? Relatively, SF6 is actually balanced. It's just some annoying things in there like and because the thing is they completely butchered Ed, but Sagat's 5 MP where he just elbows you like man, I really want to show you this clip, but this guy's like, oh, Sagat, he's tapping his elbow because that's his attack, right? He's like, oh, just DP, bro.
Yeah.
Just DP, bro. Like, it's so, because the thing is, he takes away so much of your drive doing that. Then he, what was I gonna say? First of all, drive rush, you know, people complains about that. They don't want it gone. They just want it kind of nerfed because it is kind of, it's kind of stupid how, like, any character with a 2 MK into drive rush, you're already kind of good, bro. It kind of sucks. I just like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it kind of sucks. I just like that. But yeah, back to like what I was talking about with rivals. No, not rivals. I disagree on that. No developer has ever tried that to try to get pros and listen to their ideas. I want a developer to do that just to be like an experiment. And if we fail on that experiment, sure, but I still think like I still think developers should try that. Because SF6
Yeah, it's worth trying.
Yeah, SF6 is now in season 4, and guess what? No relatively huge changes. But the thing is, the game is relatively kind of balanced. It's not perfectly balanced because, like I said, there's still some things in there. But I actually disagree that a game cannot be perfectly balanced. And some people might be like, well, because that's the thing. A counter for this argument I have seen is, well, people are always going to complain. I'm just like, yeah, that's life. Oh, this guy who just beat me in Tokon, he's abusing the Spider-Man overhead, like whatever. Yeah, you're gonna have some low guy, like you're gonna have some casual complain about that. But guess what? How do I block an overhead? All I gotta do is stand. Like someone's always gonna complain.
Yeah.
And the thing is, taking it out of video games, someone's always going to complain. That's just life, in my opinion. But like I
mean, I complain all the time when something happens, but I acknowledge, like, yeah, that I just got to do better sometimes.
Yeah, that's a right mindset to have. But yeah, that's just one defense. I'm trying to see if I could think of any other defenses, but no, that's about it. Like, that's one defense I have seen where it's just like, man, people are just gonna complain anyway. So even if the game was perfectly balanced, it wouldn't matter. It's like, no, I disagree. That's the thing. I don't know if I said it already, but we don't have an example of that. Unless you want to, like, in my whole life, right? I don't have an example of a perfectly balanced game to a T, where everyone has strengths, clearly defined strengths and clearly defined weaknesses. It probably is. I'm trying to think of at least one, but what about you, Console? Do you have a game that you think is perfectly balanced from top to bottom? And it has to be a game that's like, you know, us versus them, like a player versus a player.
I don't think so. I don't really know any, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think I can answer that.
That's my thing. I'm just like, can we have an example of this? Because we're running on what ifs at this point. Like, oh, well, what if people complain about it regardless if it's perfectly balanced? All right. I can guarantee you 9 times out of 10 they're going to be casuals complaining that Spider-Man has an unblockable move, and that unblockable move is his double knee overhead, which they can block standing. Like, we should like, I could assume everyone's going to complain about that. But if we gave in Tokon right now, if we gave everyone clearly defined strengths and weaknesses and everyone was perfectly balanced and viable, so you can play everyone and all that, I truly doubt anyone would be like, man, this sucks. Like, I'm saying, like, if everyone was on the same tier list, essentially, like, A+. I'd say that. No one is even S tier. Everyone's A+. I truly don't think everyone's gonna be like, man, this game sucks. Everyone's perfectly balanced. Everyone has clearly defined strengths and weaknesses. The game's good. The mechanics of the game have been balanced out. Man, this game's so crap. But I've been talking long enough. But what is your thoughts on video game balancing? Is it subjective or objective to you? And because I don't want this to be an echo chamber if you agree with me or not. But
so I was, while you were talking, I was definitely giving it some thought, because I honestly, when you sent me the question, I was not really sure what you meant on it, but now you gave me an idea. I think what I'm going on is like, I definitely think it's objective, but here's my argument for it. And basically, when you said, oh, we should make Tekken more aggressive, right, and just gotta add more defensive things, to me that's not balancing. It's more of a preference, right? You're just trying to appeal to the people for a more aggressive game, right? Defense, like adding more defensive options is the balancing part, but you're at this point you're trying to make the game into a more aggressive game, and to me that's not really balancing. That's just like, again, preference. So in a sense, I do think it's objective.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I'd say.
Well, that was the Tekken devs. Like, that was in the community, because the Tekken devs designed Tekken... The devs designed Tekken 8 to be aggressive. The community has nothing to do with that, obviously. They don't work at Bandai.
Yeah.
But I do agree, like, yeah, that was balancing when everybody said, can we have more defense? So, yeah, okay. Any more thoughts on that?
It's just, obviously, like, they double down, which is the problem. Which I hate when people do that. Like, it's like a monkey's paw, right? We like this is something that I will always defend the Sonic fandom for, because I swear people are like, oh, we want this, and Sega's like, okay, let's do that, and then they get exactly what they want, but they make it way too much, way too worse, and people are like, what? That's what you guys want? And it's like, no, not that much.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of balancing and what you're saying, it reminds me of Dead by Daylight's balancing team. So, to explain, Dead by Daylight is like, I'd say it's $1 million company, especially thanks to Dead by Daylight. Behavior is what owns DVD. In terms of balancing, they do reworks or whatever, and stuff like that. But essentially, if a rework or a bad idea fails or something, even though they're trying to tackle a issue, you know what they do? They just wipe their hands clean. I don't know if Sega does that, what you're talking about, but they just be like, oh, this didn't work, time to not try again. I'm just like, no, guys, you just did it wrong.
Oh man, yeah, Sega sometimes does that. It hurts me.
Okay.
Like, for a while, this is during the dark age of Sonic, I think.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, the game is too serious now, so they just make it lighthearted. And Sonic Colors is a good game. I like it, but I don't like the direction of the writing from that game and so far on.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the Dark Age was too serious. But this is around the time where we got Shadow the Hedgehog going around killing everyone. Oh, here's an ending where Shadow just kills Eggman. Yeah, that's not what we were like. That's just too much, right? It's like the adventure games, for example. Those games are a nice amount of seriousness, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they can be a little more lighthearted, but that is like as dark as it should be, in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
But like, man, when Colors and they just go super lighthearted, and then that was what Sonic was for a while, because Sonic Colors wasn't that bad.
Okay.
With the lightheartedness, like, yeah, people didn't like the writing, but it just got worse from there. And honestly, right now, I think they are at a good direction. But like, again, like, a lot of people say, oh, Sonic fans can't make up their minds. I think, in a sense, that is sort of right, but I think they simplify it way too much. like you guys, they give us exactly what we want into the worst way possible. They just exaggerate it. I'm like, dude, it's not that complicated. It's really not. Like it's not that simple either. But like, it's not. I don't think it's as hard as people do. No matter what, there's going to be issues. But man, you can't just give it to us and that's it. You can't just like, oh, slap a name tag on there and then we're done. Like, no, that you have to put effort into it. And like,
yeah,
that's my main issue. You just be good at your job. I don't know how to say it other than that. But.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, so many companies these days, like, again, in SF6, like, I think their opening line to Season 4, by the way, you would expect some big changes. We looked at, I'm paraphrasing, by the way, it was like, you know, we kind of looked at the roster or whatever. The thing is pretty balanced. And everyone was just like, oh my fudging gosh. They knew it was over as soon as they read that line. No big changes or whatever. Just the same SF6. Cool. And the thing is, big changes as in, like, I guess new mechanics or changing drive rush or something like that. But, because they usually do that for SFs, Street Fighters, but whatever. But, yeah, I get what you mean, man. It's just in common. It's like, can a company learn, like, actually listen? I'm not even talking about fighting game companies. Can they just listen? And
Yeah,
Sony, you can afford to make more disc. You don't have to do this like digital only future. You can afford it. You are $1 million company.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I don't know why they're stopping this now. They're making money. But anywho, I guess that's my opinion on subjective or objective. I believe that balancing is objective. Just listen to pros, I guess, and I would say just talk to them. Like, what is wrong with like a single developer being like, hey, so why don't we talk to some pros, like, about what to do here? Like rivals and fighting game developers alike. How about they just set up a Discord call? Legit, make the time and place, make it with multiple pros, just because the thing is, yes, some pros legit might be biased. I'm not gonna sit here and like blaze like professionals in games. Like, they might be biased. That's why it's like we gotta rely on the other pros to be like, okay, why? Like, just ask questions. Even if you're by yourself with a pro, let's say you can't get any other pro, like, you can only get this one, and he's asking to buff or nerf this character. I want them to go, like, I want the developer to be like, okay, why? And you better give me a detailed explanation as to why. I don't want you to just be like, well, buff this character. It's like, why would I buff that? Isn't that move already strong? Instead of them being like, well, he's my favorite, so... They should give a detailed explanation. Yeah, I know, right? They should give a detailed explanation like, okay, so no, I don't know if you've been watching the gameplay. This move is not strong, and that's because yada yada yada. I have 3 bullet points why it's not strong, and it even doesn't work on this one character, or yada yada yada. So yeah, and yeah, developers sometimes don't even play the games, so that's cool. And you know how I talk about Light, you know, that guy? I'm adapting his theory to when it comes to developers in any gaming studio or whatever when they're balance patching. He has this theory that they're just spinning to the wheel. He's talking about Rivals devs, but I'm gonna apply that to most developers I see today. I swear to God, because the spin the wheel where they'd be like, okay, I'm gonna throw a dart at this wheel or something. It's gonna spin it or something like that, right? Where it's like, okay, pick a character, spin the wheel. Okay, dart, buff or nerf. Then they throw the dart blindfolded and they'll be like, okay, we're gonna do that. It's like, yeah, legit, no thought behind it. Were you still playing Rivals when Gambit got announced? Gambit.
Oh, Gambit, yes. I was actually thinking about playing him for a video, but I was like, this character's too hard.
He's also still the best support in the game, by the way. So that's cool.
Yeah.
They have done nothing to... And it's so simple, because people have saying, okay, this is how you nerf him. Like, they've been talking about the ult, essentially. Because it does too much, but we're not going to get into that. But, again, they... Pretty sure you know about triple support in Rivals, right? How cancer it is?
Yeah.
And to go against?
It was very strong at the very beginning. I think it's still viable, but it's not like, you know, it's not as strong now.
So that may be the case or not, but I don't, because the thing is, I'm not a professional, you're not a professional at Rivals. We have different opinions, because I know you say you don't think it's that strong, but me personally, I think it's really strong, and it's very
really?
fudging annoying to go against. But the thing is, I think the community consensus, though, which is the objective thing, since the community agrees on it, I believe, is still fudging annoying. Everyone agrees that triple support is still freaking annoying to go against, because nothing dies on their team. And if you can't, you have to depend on dive to distract the supports or whatever. So it's like, bro.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So yeah, and the thing is, the Rivals devs, though, when they were talking about triple support, they were like, well, as you can see in this statistic, triple support barely gets used. In fact, 222 comps are winning, which is, 2 tanks, 2 DPS, 2 supports. And Necros, I don't know if you know who that guy is, but it's another Rivals YouTuber. He said, okay, sure, but it's still fudging annoying. Can we gut it, please? Like, legit, it's still annoying. Like, if you want to win in a tournament, just go triple support. Why the fudge not win you? But whatever. That's all I got to say on that topic. I believe balance is objective. I don't think we should do it on vibes based like developers have been doing for the past years. Like, legit, man. I'm not even talking about Rivals. Like all the fighting game developers. It's just like no, because legit, Dragon Ball FighterZ is the perfect example. Who the fudge said to do all that for that game? Like, who the freak said to do all that? No one. But whatever. That's just me. I believe it's objective. But what about you? Any final thoughts on this before we move on?
I feel like there's another game that most people don't like. I know you've heard of it. Multiverses.
Oh yeah.
So when Tasmania Devil, I think that's his name.
Yeah.
He had this broken move. It's like a tornado.
Yeah.
And it was really stupid. So when the devs asked some people like, hey, what, like, someone in the comments on Twitter said, hey, can we nerf the Tasmanian Devil thing, please? And, very reasonable thing to say. He's like, okay, how would you do it? And he says, I would nerf it by like -20 frame data. Like, what? Massive nerf. Massive. He's like, okay, we'll give it some thought. Tasmania only got or Taz literally got nerfed like -6, like -8, 10, which thank goodness they didn't do that. But it's now unplayable. It was a pretty unplayable move now. It was like they nerfed it to the ground, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was like one of the main issues that Multiverses had, because they had some very weird. They listened too much of the certain people who don't really know what they're talking about, I guess.
They say listen too much of the people who only play it like once a month.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like you were talking about casuals versus competitive, which one you should listen to. I definitely think competitive players are the priority, but I do think you should listen to casuals to a degree. I think if it's I think both sides are very important. Is what I'm trying to say. And no matter what you do, you're not going to please. That's just a fact. That's just how humans are. Humans are like the worst thing. I mean, I'm trying to say it like
Oh my gosh.
Humans are so complicated. It's just based on your experiences and your perspective and preference. Like, there's just so much to think about. I always say this. Okay, I'm not gonna say that, but
okay.
But yeah, but that's basically no matter what, you're not gonna please everyone. And and the thing is, you shouldn't try to please everyone. That's just that's the thing. Like, that's what I'm saying about the Sonic fandom. Like, yeah, they're a divisive fandom, but I do think you can please a majority of them, and I think that's something that we have to. That's the mindset people need to start having when developing their games and balancing the meta and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I do think the competitive side is very important, definitely more important than casuals, but I don't think casuals are should be neglected either. You know what I mean?
I get what you mean, because some casuals might be spitting.
Yeah. Because if the casuals aren't having fun, then why would they even want to come back to the game, especially when it's like a
Yeah.
wide audience.
Yeah,
thing.
I completely get that. That's why I ain't gonna lie. That's why you should listen to Compy, because in the end of the day, it's gonna help the casuals. Maybe the casual thought this move was busted, and a pro player thought the same. But let's say the casual thought for different reasons. Like he just felt he couldn't put the casual couldn't put it into words. He's just like, man, this move is just busted. I can't put it into words. But the pro player was just like, okay, so this move is busted because of this, this, and this. And let's say they fix it because the pro player exactly how he said he would nerf it. That casual is gonna benefit. Like, oh my gosh, I can actually defend against this move. This is, oh my gosh. So yeah, I say semi agree, semi disagree. Like I think casuals comp players should be listening to more because it's going to benefit the casuals in the long run. But yeah. Any other thoughts before you move on?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I have to say. Yeah.
All right, team. Don't worry. This is the last topic on our 2-hour video mark right here. A video game hot take you will have. You'll have a video console and me are gonna go over some video game hot takes we have. I don't know how many do you have? Because I have 3.
I might have 2, but they might be together. I think it might actually be like the same, like similar topics, I guess.
Okay, so I'll do mine first. And then we'll do your 2 or a fusion dance version, whatever. Then we'll do the rest of mine. So my first one is, so I don't really mind battle passes. I know that's a very hot take in this day and age. I don't know if you agree with me, but it's just the fact that I get rewarded for playing the game. That's really cool to me. Like that's just my thing. It's not very complicated, like thinking to me. I just like that I get rewarded for playing the game and stuff like that. So, and yeah, just don't mind it. And then premium, you got the premium passes in the game. They reward you with like stuff that you want. You know, it's a fair trade. Just it's usually $10, right? And all you got to do is play the game, which I have bought for 2SKO and for Honor. So after I develop this video, I gotta play those because they're ending in about 30 plus days.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we can play together later, but anywho, that's just mine. I don't really mind battle passes because there's this stigma with them, but that basically came from Fortnite. But whatever. How about your hot takes?
Actually, I don't really mind battle passes all too much either. Honestly, I don't know. I didn't really think of it as a hot topic. Or wait,
hot topic, hot take.
Hot take. Okay. I think from what I hear, it's a very minor criticism sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I know there are definitely some like people who are against battle passes. That's for certain. But I think I do agree. Like it does reward you for playing the game. And like if you're not really interested in the game, then who the care? Like I've been playing free-to-play games for like maybe over 10 years by now. I don't really know exactly. And especially gacha. I've been playing a lot of gachas, especially. And I get some people don't want to go and put in money for a character that they probably won't be getting. Then I'm just saying, just don't do it then. Like, I see that like the game's free. You don't have to buy those characters. Multiverses is a game that I definitely get a lot of hate for that, and for good reason.
Oh yeah.
It generally sucks, but like I didn't mind the characters being behind a paywall to a degree because grinding for those rewards or those things is so easy to do, and all you got to do is play the game. Like it's really not that hard. Marvel Rivals, that is not like that. It was nowhere near as bad as Marvel Rivals. I don't think Marvel Rivals is bad with how it does it, but like man, I really like Multiverses as how it did it. I know when 2XKL was like becoming a thing, they were originally going to make it a platform fighter. I believe that's something that we talked about the last video. And they were afraid because how poorly Multiverses did. And for good reason, because for someone who has played League of Legends, that was atrocious. I was like, man, why does it take so long? And that was pretty much one of my first experiences for a free-to-play game. Like grinding for characters took forever, and especially when the matches take like at least 20 to an hour long video, like of gameplay.
Yeah. By the way, I should mention that Marvel Rivals is they just give you the characters. It's like it's all free.
The characters are all free. Yeah, you know what? I kind of forgot about that. But like again, like League of Legends, I think they had every right to fear what they did. And Multiverses definitely, I'm not saying Multiverses did it good either, but like there was definitely certain issues. The battle pass was awful. The rewards, I was like, one time I was thinking about getting a battle pass just because Shaggy had a cool looking emote that I wanted to get.
Yeah.
But then I realized that's like the only thing I wanted. So why did I want the battle pass, right?
Yeah.
And that's basically what the topic is. We're talking about the battle pass and stuff. And the costumes just were very expensive. And I think that's really why I brought up Marvel Rivals, right? The costumes were just, I think, even more expensive than Multiverses, if I remember correctly. But at least the characters are, all free. That's the main overlining about it. And I don't know, like the battle pass. Just if you want to get the premium, there has to be some really good stuff there. Not just like skins, but maybe like the currency. Like you can like triple the currency that you get with how much you get stuff. I think actually Marvel Rivals has a decent battle pass too. There's like a lot of good skin, and you get exactly what I said. You get the currency, and if you like manage to elect everything, you can continue to get more of those blue coins by 100. Every time you get it, and I think that's really nice. And that's like again a good example of a good battle pass. But yeah, that's.
What was you gonna say? I'm sorry for interrupting.
Hold on.
Okay, because I would like to say, hold on. Sorry, I'll let you go ahead. But I'd like to say I really love Rivals costumes or whatever. Like, I have some gripes with some costumes, but dude, they're rare they're rare costumes, right? They look like they could be epics, and their epics look like they could be legendaries. I swear, bro. Like, oh my gosh, their rarity system is insane. But you go ahead, what you gonna say?
Actually, I was gonna tell you that you can go ahead and talk, because I was like, I had a brain fart there.
Oh, well, what was your hot take, though? Was it about the Battle Pass? Same as mine?
Well, I was basically giving my opinion on the Battle Pass. Brought it up.
Oh, okay. Well, what is your hot take then, Console?
My hot take... Okay, so I guess my hot take is more on the Nintendo stuff, or basically consoles in general. And that's why I'm like a little... Like, it's more like they're kind of one hot take, but it could be seen as two. Because it's my opinion on Nintendo and what PlayStation is doing, and I guess Xbox. I'm not too familiar with Xbox, but I think they're having similar issues that what PlayStation is going through.
Oh, okay. Well, what is it?
So, basically, Nintendo, when they revealed the Switch 2, it was pretty expensive. And I agree. When I saw the Direct, I was like, man, this looks great. I was excited for Mario Kart World, all that stuff. Looks great. And then I saw the pricing. And then I saw the pricing, and then my opinion just changed on that. And here's the thing. This is my only argument for it. But right now, just video games right now are getting more expensive because of whatever America is doing. And because apparently toys in America, when it's sent to from different countries, is getting more expensive. Which, why is that a thing? Like, kids, it should not. Yeah, kids should not be able to struggle just to get a toy from a different.
Well,
any
we need to
place,
keep
man.
those kids that usually play with toys because they're fading out. Every kid is probably on their like touching iPad or something like that.
Yeah,
And
they're
also-
all their iPad.
Also, wasn't Nintendo Switch just a normal console price? Wasn't it just $500?
It's $450 at least at the time. I don't know if it's
Oh,
changed
at
now.
the-
I heard rumors that
What
Yeah.
the freak? $450? That's like almost an Xbox or a PlayStation back then.
back then,
I guess I wouldn't complain. I guess I'm not a Nintendo fanboy because I guess I wouldn't thought it was a problem, but I get it. I guess was Nintendo's like usually 300 or something.
Yeah, but that's because the Switch was not like it was a cool console, but like it lacked a lot of stuff that say PlayStation have. I mean, PlayStation has Blu-ray disc, you know, that's nice. So it's more than just a thing. That. Plus the graphics are just way better. But I know a lot of Nintendo fans, including myself, don't really care how beautiful the graphics is.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, because but I do appreciate good looking graphics, and I think that's something that the Nintendo Switch 2 does a decent job. But I'm not an expert on it. For all I know, it's probably still not on the same level as the PS5 or the Xbox Series X or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But the Switch 3, it was at a reasonable price for $300. It was, again, it wasn't as high powered as the PS4 or whatever it's called. So that's fair. The Switch 2, again, $450, but personally, I would go for a $405 price for it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would be completely fine with that because the Switch 2 looks really good. It looks beautiful. And again, the fact that you can take it on the go is really nice too.
Yeah.
I think my issue is when they made it $450 and then the prices of the games to $70 to $80.
I think that was only, not to defend them, but wasn't it only first party games like games developed by Nintendo? Or is it every game?
Yeah, that is, for the most part, it depends. Most of their main titles, Donkey Kong, that one's $70. But Mario Kart 8 was $80. And personally, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's alright, bro. I get it. I got the disclaimer up already.
Okay, I'm just trying to calm him down while talking.
Yeah,
but yeah,
fine.
Mario Kart 8. To me, it felt like that when I saw it, it didn't really feel like an $80 game. It didn't deserve the pricing. Sonic Crossroads also had that similar issue, but it was $70. And personally, I didn't felt like it was $70 at the time, but the DLC for $90 is definitely was more than enough in my opinion.
Okay.
But that's the thing. That's what they always do. That's just how they get you. They make the base game okay. You know, it could be more, or it could be cheaper, but they make it a little more expensive so you can go for the DLC. That's just the standard tactic that most companies do.
Yeah,
and
you're gonna pay
again,
for
$90 for yeah, exactly. $90 for the Sonic Crossroads was really good. Mario Kart 8, I would have been fine if it was $70. Again, like I said, my only argument against it is because consoles are now expensive because for some reason they're labeled as toys, which makes no sense.
It's a digital
Why
thing.
is it a toy? Yeah, but for some reason it's a toy, so it's expensive, which is
and also
I don't get that.
Raising the prices because AI. I'm pretty sure you heard about that. How they're taking all the RAM, so that's cool.
Oh really? Dang, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, but let's not talk about it. Just good to have you know that. But continue, please.
What was it? The Switch 2. It was on online.
Yeah.
It was not online. It was
You did say
oh, now I remember. To the point where apparently Nintendo is trying to sue America.
What?
Because of that, because they're I think that's the reason. But can we get everyone to get on there? Sony, we need Xbox, we need whoever made the Google Stadia to join Nintendo fight for video game consoles, dude. That might even be why PlayStation's digital disc or thing is a thing, and like again, I'm not saying that's a good thing. No matter what, I'm always going to be on physical releases as well. But I think that's like one of the reasons they're trying to cut costs, because they're trying to appeal to whatever America is, doing. And like this is definitely unreasonable.
Not to interrupt you, but like you do know that GTA 6 is the Trojan horse for all this, right? Like it's not. It's not going to have a physical, by the way. It's going to be only digital. In fact, when you pre-order the game, it comes and you might be thinking, oh, I get to play GTA 6 early? No, you idiots. It like legit. It comes with the case, I think, and with a code inside of it. Legit how Nintendo does it. I was just like, bro, oh my freaking gosh. And then, dude, because yeah, GTA 6, I legit, first of all, I don't know your thoughts on GTA, like in general, the series. I don't really care for the series. I never really was like, I never really was attached to the series. What about you, though?
I honestly, I didn't really grow up with it either, but I do want to try it out because, it's like one of the biggest games, franchises, in my opinion.
You getting GTA 6?
So eventually, I'm going to get GTA 5 first because I got it for free. So I want to at least try that. But, if I really like it, I might get GTA 6 too. It depends, because right now it seems like GTA 6 is causing the same amount of problems that we're currently having too.
Yeah,
so
first of all, it's going to be an $80 game, so that's another one.
Yeah.
And it's locking content behind the $100 edition, by the way. Like, not even cosmetics or whatever, right? Like the ultimate, it's locking story, I think, stuff like that behind the $100 edition.
Really stupid.
And scummy.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's not just stupid, it's scummy.
Yeah.
And and the thing is, mind you, so many people have made pre-orders, but the thing is, they're not showing us the numbers, so that might be telling something like, are they though? Like, you're not showing the numbers. But okay. I think I could be wrong there, but I think some guy, the Take-Two guy, was like, we don't want to show the numbers or yada yada yada. It's like, why? You guys are making so much money, right? Don't you want to show the numbers of how many pre-orders you got? But they haven't even shown a lick of gameplay since it was shown off, by the way. A lick of gameplay. And that's why everyone is like, first of all, that's what everyone, including me, it's impossible. It is completely impossible, I think. But I wish this game would fail on as much as Cyberpunk did at launch. I wish it did. Because if it fails, it will be the biggest boon to video gaming things. Because if this succeeds, which it will be, Sony is just going to see this and be to their shareholders and be like, see, people don't really want physical, so we can cancel those factories down. But the thing is, in some countries, I think it's been stated, oh, by the way, it's illegal, so they could only get physical in some countries. So how are they going to handle that? You guys are just going to cut out some countries, mind you, out of getting, buying from you? It reminds me of rotating stores in these games. It's like, you're going to prevent people from getting money? So, like 2SKO is a good example, how it has a rotating store, and you gotta wait on the skin you want to unlock. I'm like, can't I just give you my money, bro? Why are you preventing me? You want guys want to get paid, right? But whatever. But yeah, GTA 6, and also, by the way, another thing. Did you know you have to pay to see the trailer?
Really? What?
Okay, so let me explain, because I am right. But if you ever watched Star Wars, Darth Vader, killed your father. I am kind of leading you because I'm mixing the words, but I am right. And yeah, I know that's kind of a scummy thing, but like I said, I am right, console. So hear me out, all right?
All right.
So they're showing it. They are showing it on Netflix first instead of YouTube. So people who don't have Netflix have to get the subscription to see GTA 6. So yeah, you technically need to pay for it. And I know what you might be thinking, and some people have said this as a defense for it, well, everyone has Netflix. Well, I said this to Trey. Yes and no. So not everyone has Netflix, and not everyone should get Netflix just to see GTA 6 or whatever. But yeah, I'm not even gonna rag on GTA 6 anymore. I really wish that game failed, but guess what? It's not going to. It really ain't.
Yeah.
But continue.
I will say, like, when I saw the GTA 6 trailer, from what I said, and I'm not saying this justifies it, but it does look like like an $80 game. That's
So that was cinematic. That's not gameplay. They could literally just hire some people to just animate
yeah, that's
that.
true. Well, the game looks gorgeous, is what I'm trying to say. But
that's not the
yeah,
game.
I mean it. Oh my goodness!
That's not the game. Like I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but that's not the game. It was just cinematics. We don't know what the game
looked like. No, that's fair. Be mean to me. Be mean to me.
I'm not being. No, I don't want to be mean. I'm just disagreeing. But
I know. I'm just messing.
Oh, okay.
Ignoring what I'm saying about GTA 6. But yeah, I do understand why Nintendo is doing the things. By the way, their controllers are $100 too. The Joy-Cons. That's
what the
way
fudge?
Worse. I don't think people bring that enough, and they still drift. By the way, I heard they still drift.
Dude, Nintendo is like, out of all three of these companies, like in terms of morality, like I do not like Nintendo, like the things they do, but that's the thing. They do some things I love that, like, I was like, oh my gosh, that's really cool. And then they do like 100 other things. I'm just like, you guys are such a-holes, bro. Like, for example,
I say this. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, for example, I remember when the Wii U, it bombed, right? Like the Wii U bombed. The Shigeru Miyamoto, I believe his name, a higher up at Nintendo, he said, because the thing is, it was either there was like, I think Nintendo was planning to cut some employees off of Nintendo. He said, nope, take a cut of my pay it to them, like, so to keep them afloat. Like, I'm just like, dude, that is such a good thing to do. Like, decent human decency. Like, just, oh, I'm already rich enough. I don't really need the money, so just take a cut out of my pay and pay it to the employees. But then they go around and being like, you didn't ask for permission for our Smash tournament. It's like, can we have permission? Well, you gotta take it by these files or whatever, something like that. It's like, oh my gosh, but what was you gonna say, bro?
Like, I've been saying this, I think Nintendo is just the lesser of three evils. Like, out of the three companies, I think Nintendo is just not as bad. And I know I'm depending on the whole price stuff, but no matter what, I'm still thinking that what they're doing is still, you know, I don't like that they're making their stuff so expensive either, you know, regardless if it's you know, if it's toys being too expensive or anything. I'm just saying I do understand why they would.
Well, the thing is
and
like,
I think
I'm sorry, you go ahead, bro. I didn't mean to interrupt.
And I was gonna say that I understand Nintendo a little more than, say, Sony at all. Like, I can't.
Oh heck yeah, man.
But yeah, go ahead.
Well, the other two, well, I was gonna say on that, like, this console war, quote unquote, because they're not really console war, but if we're comparing them, if we take out the morality and stuff, because yeah, oh, leave the multi-billion-dollar company alone, they're the greatest ever. I'm not. Excuse me. If we take out the morality, and let's say like one of them had fair prices for their games and stuff. Nintendo is the one over here making games and stuff like that, but these other two, like, first of all, Xbox is just, these games they've been releasing, what the freak happening? And then when they have a successful game like Hi-Fi Rush, whatever, shut down that studio, please. Now the thing is, I think, I ain't gonna lie, I think the new chick, Asha Shawarma, I believe her name, in charge of Xbox, has been killing it, I ain't gonna lie.
Well, yeah, I think I've heard she's been doing some good stuff. I haven't been keeping up with Xbox, so.
Yeah, I get that. Because the thing is, everyone was scared that she'd just make everything worse. And the reason being, not because, oh, the typical, like, gamer stereotype, look, oh, it's a woman. Like, no. Because she was in charge of Microsoft's head of AI or something like that. And everyone was just like, oh, here we go. Start of Xbox AI slop. This is it. This is what kills it. Then she made a statement that basically said, no, I'm not doing that AI slop crap, which she said it by herself. She didn't paraphrase. She said, I'm not doing any of that AI slop. And to a point, she hasn't. There's no been AI. She's been like, make games. Recently, she like, well, nah, let's just not. I'm not gonna talk about that, what she recently been doing, but comparing to Sony, right? I'm trying to see.
Yeah.
Sony does make games and stuff. We just talked about a game that they made technically, with their money, because ArcSys made the game, but whatever.
Oh, okay.
What was it? But yeah, they still make games and stuff, but they are kind of known for the single player, like, action adventure games, if you know what I mean. And they did that to themselves, like movie games, if you know what I mean. Like,
yeah.
Because the thing is, I unironically love the 2 God of Wars they have. I love the writing in them. There's just some parts I complain about, like enemy variety or whatever, but the writing in these, mwah, chef's kiss. And now it seems they're about to, like, take the writing and shoot it out back with God of War Laufrey. And no, for anyone hearing this, I don't really care that I'm playing as a woman. I don't mind playing as a woman in games. I'm not sexist. I'm talking about from the story aspect. This kind of ruins the whole point of their journey in the first God of War 2018, where it's revealed that Laufrey, Atreus' mom and Kratos' like wife, has been fighting in hell or whatever, and all these, like, this afterlife of gods. It's just like, I don't know, you really didn't need to do all this. What was the point? You don't need to do all this. And oh my gosh, but I was gonna put another hot take on here that gaming is spending too much money, but that's not really a hot take, by the way. Everyone just agrees. But
yeah, it's too expensive, man.
That's, oh my gosh, that's the thing. No one. Okay, so by the way, on Twitter a couple weeks ago, the God of War creator, by the way, the creator of God of War, he said, well, people, it's expensive because people, demand this, and this all from us or whatever. And people rightfully said, but we have not asked for you to to spend $400 million on a gosh dang game. What is wrong with y'all? We didn't ask y'all to do that.
Yeah.
Like, we may have asked for some things, but not that. But yeah, but whatever. Get on with what you were gonna say, bro.
Yeah, like, I definitely think games are getting too expensive. In fact, I've been saying that I'm going to be changing my name, the Console Warrior, to the PC Warrior at this point if they're not going to get their stuff together. I apparently it's, I'm going to say rumored right now, but apparently the PS6 might be $1,000, and I really hope that's not true.
I have seen that. I have.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And but yeah, my hot take is, like, I don't like that what Nintendo is doing with their pricing. But well, no, that's not the hot take. I mean, I think most people usually agree that that's the case. My hot take is simply that I don't think it's that bad. I just want them to make things cheaper. $400. I would say $400 for the Switch 2. Make sure games are at least $70, and that's it. And make the Joy-Cons controller be like at least $70. I think that's fine.
I disagree. Controller should not cost $70.
Oh yeah,
I think it should be 50.
Like, I used to think that, but like, because they're just kind of expensive. But technically, you use controllers for pretty much everything, and that's why I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, personally, I would prefer if they're cheaper, but I think you use your controllers for every game that you play, is what I'm saying. So you're going to be using it a lot more, unless the controller sucks. Which, to be honest, the Switch 2 controllers, or the Switch controllers in general, kind of suck because, again, they get drift, and then you got to clean them.
Yeah.
But with the Joy-Cons, at least, you technically got more than a controller. You got 2 controllers that you can play with a friend on. So I think that's something.
All right.
For that, at least.
You're actually right on that one. Okay.
So to me, I definitely think the Joy-Cons could be a little more expensive than standard controller. You can get a Pro controller to, if you want a normal controller, as well. So I do think it could be a little more expensive than that. But ultimately, I don't mind. I kind of accepted that controllers are going to be this expensive in a way.
Okay.
But yeah, like,
that was a hot take.
But that's yeah, that was my hot take right there.
Well, what was the second one? I'm sorry, what was you gonna say?
But yeah, that was just my hot take. It just all I just want is make them a little less expensive, and just make actual like good products.
Okay. So what's your second one?
Why don't we do yours next? Like you have 3, right?
Oh, yes, I do. Okay, so this is a hot take because I truly don't think many people believe in this, but I think graphics have peaked, bro. Like in terms of like,
really?
Yes, I think graphics have really peaked, and the thing is, who cares?
I see it. I can see that.
So, like, who cares? Because we're talking about Nintendo. Guess what? Odyssey. I'm pretty sure Odyssey was a huge success, right? Like it made millions.
Yeah, Mario Odyssey. Yeah.
Because
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
We don't need to see Mario's like how bushy like every hair molecule whatever of like how bushy his brow is, or the skin pores on his skin or whatever. Guess what? They chose an art style, a simple art style, and they're just committed to it. That we don't need to have all this high fidelity stuff. Like in the new Halo campaign Evolved, somebody on Twitter like put it best. I'm so glad that 5090s exist or whatever, like because PC gaming they keep coming out with new GPUs to match the modern graphics, and it's like I'm so glad that PC gaming has to keep updating because people like you want like to see the sand molecule. Oh my gosh, can you say this word for me? I can't say it.
Sand molecule.
Molecules. Yes. Like on the on the tire, on like this, even on the sand itself, like how it moves and stuff is like real talk. Who's gonna be looking at that? Like no joke. Who's gonna be looking at all this stuff? I'm not saying that a game doesn't have to be pretty, and like you said earlier, I can admire when the game is beautiful. First of all, Last of Us Part 2, I hate that game. I really do. But it does look beautiful, and the snow physics is pretty cool. But like, if that game costs like lots of money to make or something, like I don't know the budget for Last of Us Part 2. I hope it failed, because that game deserved to fail. That was a crappy game. I don't know your opinions on Part 2, but I hated it. So, yeah, that's just my hot take. I think graphics have peaked, and what the freak would do? Oh, that's what I was gonna say earlier. I have a 4060, 4060 Ti GeForce. I'm up to date with modern stuff. Like, dude, I'm playing Tokon right now. I can play it on Ultra if I want to. Like, is that good?
Oh wow.
Yeah. Not to like brag or anything, but it's just that if like in 10 years though, I don't think I'll even need it. I think I could like legit say that with confidence. I don't think I need it. Like legit. Now the thing is, if I do, okay, I do like some like I don't understand how they're doing the GPU stuff. Like I don't know what they do. Let's say you need the like new GPUs to even run games. First of all, that's just like what the fudge. You guys in your optimization needs to be good. But let's say they couldn't do anything about it. It's like, oh, okay. But like I said, I don't even the next like 10 years I can bet that I don't even need another GPU. Like, because what if I'm gonna play the new Wolverine game? It's like, okay, this 4060 came out relatively recent. I think in 2 years ago or whatever. I played Resident Evil Requiem. That has kind of realistic graphics. So, like I said, man, I think graphics have peaked, and I don't think many people agree with me on this. Like, because, man, I don't know, man. I just want to see how good the hair, like every hair strand, looks on Mario's mustache. Nintendo would legit slap you in the face. And the thing is, I think they released a quote like that too, where they're just like, yeah, I'm paraphrasing because I don't know the exact quote, but yeah, because I think they've been asked, I think it was a Q&A, like, hey, your competitors or these other games, they're doing like kind of realistic graphics or whatever. What are you going to do about it? Well, we're just going to rely on fun, essentially. So, we're just going to rely on fun in our games. And guess what? It's funny how what Nintendo gets away with, like what you said, what they get away with. But guess what? They have a shield. You know what that shield is? They make good games. Like, legit. They make good games, and that's why they have so many meat riders. It's honestly impressive how far that will go for you, huh? Just having good games and not focusing on graphics. But yeah, like that tweet said, like, I'm so... Because this guy was just appreciating, oh my gosh, the sand even drops when I run over and like all this other stuff and yada yada yada. It's like, I'm so glad that the 5090 exists just so people like you, which are the major minority, by the way, like 1%, no, 0.1% of gamers, just notice. No one's just gonna go to photo mode and look that up or whatever. No one's doing that. But anyway, that's just my hot take. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree. The thing is, like, you could still look not realistic and be beautiful. Like, I mean, Arxis, for example, their anime games, they're not realistic, but they're great because they're anime. You know, people love anime. People love cartoons. You know what I mean? Like, why does Mario need to be like super realistic? You know that one image of Mario you randomly see on Google Images? You just search up Mario, and it's just an ultra realistic Mario face there.
Yeah,
but, like with this big round nose and this cartoony mustache. Like no one wants that.
No one does.
And no one does. Like, honestly, here's my hot take. More realistic it is, the uglier it could be. You know what I mean? And I tend to like. I like when people use that as like a horror type of aspect too, like with a more hyper realistic. Actually, and a lot of terrible creepypastas out there, they're like, oh man, they gave a hyper realistic face, like, and yeah, that can be creepy, but you know, you're not giving much detail other than that it's hyper realistic.
Yeah.
But like I said, like I like it when people do that as a horror stuff. Meanwhile, I've been watching a lot of. I'm not much of a horror person myself, but I've been watching a lot of horror games that are very Nintendo 64 and PlayStation graphics coded, and I love those.
Oh, okay.
They are just polygons, and they might not look pretty, but I think it's really cool. Maybe it's definitely a bit of nostalgia, but at the same time, I think it also adds to that horror vibe that I like so much.
Yeah. Have you played some Zelda games?
Yeah, I played a few. Not like I'm a casual fan, but I do like Zelda.
Oh, me too. I haven't played any of them, by the way, because I was just watching gameplay, you know, some time to time. And have you played the Majora's Mask? Isn't that the one where you're on a time limit before the moon crashes to the earth or something?
I have not played it, but yes, that is it.
Oh, okay. Well, the thing is, in that game, it's kind of like, I know it's not really a horror game, although I think there are some horror elements in it, I've been told.
Yeah, definitely.
But the thing is, isn't there a type of enemy? There's a spider that can legit, if you're under it, it just grabs you and insta-kills you. Like, that's scary to me.
I did not know that.
Like, that
is scary.
Yeah, it's just the spider that can just be like, hey, if you're under me, I just insta-kill you. And then, like I said, that's just scary. Because like it drags Link back up, I guess, to its nest or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's like I totally get what you mean, bro. But any other on this topic, graphics have peaked?
Yeah, I think graphics are, you know, they peaked. I think they gave us go.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do think Majora's Mask it's probably not a horror game, but I miss when old games have horror aspects, especially in kids stuff. Like, Mario had some very creepy stuff if you really paid attention. I don't know if this is spoilers, and it probably isn't a big deal, but at the final boss of Luigi's Mansion, you're fighting Bowser's corpse. That's not a joke.
Well,
you're actually fighting his corpse.
Isn't it just like in a... I haven't watched it, but like, I know about the skeleton Koopas and stuff, but the thing is, it's not really kind of scary, like,
No, it's actually,
goofy.
His skin is there. His eyes are there. It's a corpse. Like, it looks like Bowser, basically. It's just basic Bowser, but King Boo is using him to fight his actual corpse.
Oh, I think I'll look that up then. Like, after this mumble, then. I want to see.
Like, it doesn't look creepy at all, just the idea that you know that's the case. Because Bowser can die. Canonically, he is a Demon King, so he can get reincarnated. So, that's one thing. I can go on hours on talking about how creepy Mario used to be, and man. Oh, and Kirby too. Kirby, you don't expect to see, it looks so cute, man. You can talk to Kale; he'll back me up there. There are some way worse stuff on Nintendo. I made a joke on Twitter. I said Kirby is way scarier than anything the Digital Circus has ever done, and that's not even slander. That's not even slander. That's
You're
just
correct.
how ridiculous Kirby is.
Cause I seen, doesn't he like he fight elder gods or something?
Yeah, basically eldritch gods, horrors and stuff.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Holy crap! All right, but what is your hot take?
Okay,
second
so
one.
my hot take is back on consoles.
Yeah.
Basically, it's on the PS5. I was going to talk about the digital stuff, but we did cover quite a bit of stuff already. So, the reason why I got a PS5 over Xbox, for a variety of reasons. So, first one being that it was $100 less. You know, cheaper is better.
Yeah.
And the second one is because I believe it's the best console for fighting games. Especially if I want to get more into fighting games. Because I think it's the D-pad specifically being above there. Because when I got to fighters on Dragon Ball on PS5, and then I went back to Switch, I just couldn't use the stick anymore. The stick is up here, so my thumb just naturally goes to the D-pad, and it's just so uncomfortable. I was like, and I can't even do quarter circles with it. Like, but I can't go to the stick anymore. It just doesn't feel right. So it's like,
Yeah. Holy crap! But my man had a crisis over here.
and that's the thing. Like PS5 right now is, or PlayStation or Sony is just making the massive fumble that I don't know if I'm gonna get the PS6. I really hope it's not gonna be $1,000. But if not, I think I'm just gonna focus on PC. I'm definitely gonna save up for a good PC, because not only can it play games, but it's used a lot more. So, or it could do a lot more than just play games. So, personally, I think I'd be set with PC for a while. But I really hope PlayStation gets their hack together on this stuff. And what?
I agree on the. I think you should commit to a PC. Sorry to interrupt, but I think you should commit to PC if they do it as your choice. I truly don't think anybody should buy the $1,000 console. And
yeah,
this might be just me thinking, because the thing is, I ain't gonna lie, the casual gamer is an idiot. Well, I'm sorry, because look at GTA right now and all the things they defend and stuff like that. So yeah. But I think if they did a $1,000 console, I'm gonna have hope and to say it will fail. There's no way. There's no way that the console will be successful. I don't care. At that point, every executive is gonna have to give me top if I pay $1,000 for that PS6.
Yeah.
But yeah, about the PC thing is just, I completely get if you want to commit. I did that as soon as I got this PC. I got this one for $140 because the guy who owned me didn't know the real value of it. So then I just upgraded it. Like, I replaced the CPU, the GPU, got some more sticks. Then eventually I had to replace the power supply because it went out. But yeah, overall I'm pretty satisfied with how my PC turned out. I'm very grateful to have it.
Yeah, that's nice.
But continue.
But yeah, like I genuinely believe that Sony's not gonna stop what they're doing. Unfortunately, like, they already proven that with, like, they said, oh, we think physical. We're still gonna stick with our guns, and I hear it's because they put a lot of stocks into digital, which I can understand. But I think if they really went back on what they said, I'm sure the fans would try to help them get back up to it. I don't think the fans want them to end the quote console wars anymore either. So I genuinely think they could just make up from their mistakes and just actually, we'll help them. I think we can help them on getting back to their stock stuff.
Of course, dude, they have money, man. I don't get why $1 billion or $1 million companies just make stupid decisions, man. It's just the people up top are being retarded. Like, yeah, I agree with you. I do think it's going to come to pass, unfortunately, because I don't think I think they're just going to stick to the guns. Now, I will be happy to be wrong. I legit will be happy to be wrong. Like, and they say, okay, guys, we heard you. All right, bet. Well, physical production is back on until further notice, or whatever. It's like, yeah, but no, I think we're in the bad timeline, so no.
Yeah.
Is that all your hot takes?
Well, I don't think that was. I feel like I need a little more for it to be a hot take because I think that's something that everyone agrees with. So, personally, I think if I have PC and a Nintendo Switch too, I think I'm all set on games. I know the joke is that PlayStation doesn't have games, but like I feel like I don't need it unless but they just really want them mess themselves up on PC for some reason. And look, I don't think. Oh, hold on. I have to think about this.
Yeah, that's fine. So I have never heard that joke that PlayStation has no games. If anything, they have games. It's more than Xbox. In fact, that's the joke I heard, that Xbox has no games.
Really? Really? Yeah. Okay. I think it's more of like they don't have any original games. But
PlayStation?
Or no.
Oh, Xbox.
No, PlayStation. It's more like they don't have their own. The games that they make, or something. I think again, you did say Arxis, the PlayStation game, but like it's also on PC.
Oh, you're talking about that they don't use their IPs as much. Like
I suppose, yeah.
Okay, because where the freak is the Ratchet and Clank game? But oh no, Insomniac's working on that Wolverine game. Which every time I see that Wolverine game, I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of losing faith in it because it keeps having more of those modern video games things. Like, hey, that you see, like legit. I just seen the clip today where Wolverine's, I guess, running after the this hand guy he wants to interrogate, like this ninja guy, and this dude is leaving a red trail leading to him. I'm just like, bro, are you serious? I was talking to KO and Trey about this the other day. I was helping KO with OBS. Did you see in the Halo Combat Evolved remake this clip that got around? Basically, this streamer, Fringy is his name. Basically, the clip was essentially when you. First of all, you already been told that there are camouflaging alien warriors, trying to kill you, whatever, like in the next room. It's like, oh, okay, so I already know that they're there. You got reminded once again that they're there. It's like, okay, I already know that they're. No need to baby me. First of all, when you get in the room, and it's predator camouflage. If you're not blind and stuff, you can pay attention to it. Like, you can see them.
Okay.
Like, they're not completely invisible. But the thing is, what makes it worse, and is it the perfect description of modern gaming? They put hit markers and stuff over the invisible enemies, like markers and stuff so you can see them. And then people be like, well, and they are right, but you can turn those off. That's not the point, man. Why? Well, do you get the point, by the way? Like, why is it so freaking easy?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
They're
supposed to be hard to see. Why are we giving us? Why are they telling us where they are? Like,
yeah, but Hunter, what you were saying?
But yeah, my hot take is that I generally believe you don't need a PS5 or a PS6, whatever, and Xbox to play video games. Like one of the reasons why I didn't get Xbox actually is because, like, if I have PS5, then I'm all set. I have Nintendo, PC, like I don't need anything else. And really, the main reason why I want to get PS5 was the fighting games. So, you can play fighting games no matter what. Yeah. But you can do that on PC too, right?
Yep.
And I generally think you don't need a PS5 and Xbox if you're like a big, you're big into games like me, right? If you're just, if you're like a more casual gamer, then yeah, go ahead. Go on PS5. That's fine. But like I love playing video games. It's a big part of my hobbies. I don't want to say life because I feel like that's kind of lame, but I mean, it's basically my life.
It's not lame, bro. It's just a hobby. Like, we just enjoy games. And also, like I said, like when you're talking about like you don't need to buy it, you're completely correct. And like you can switch to PC. That's cool. Because like the common complaint, and they are correct, by the way, especially nowadays, that the parts to build the PC, to build a PC is kind of expensive. Like I said, they're correct. But I would still recommend saving up. Just save up to build a like really good PC in this day and age. And then boom, you're set for life. You don't have to spend like, you don't have to spend money on online subscription. You don't have to do none of that, and you're set for life and stuff. And also,
Yeah.
like, legit, what is? I'm so. Before you go on, it's just like, what the fudge is going to be the selling point of the next generation of console? Because, like I said, we peaked with the graphics. And the thing is, they got rid of something that, well, everyone complained about, but we all understood why it was there. You know what that is? Loading times. Like, we don't even have loading times anymore because we're so advanced, like in terms of gaming. So, what is going to be the selling point? We don't have loading. The graphics have peaked. What? So, but yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, like, and not to mention, PC is not considered a toy, according to America. So there's that. So,
well, of course,
it's still expensive, but
PC can do other things other than gaming. It's multitasking.
Yeah. So there's that. I will say though, if Xbox really is turning, you know, stepping up their game like they seem like they're doing, maybe I can go try get an Xbox. We'll see. Unless it's expensive, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's my hot take. If you're like a hardcore gamer like me, I guess, you don't really need a PS6, PS5, or an Xbox. You just do PC and Nintendo. And even then, you don't have to play Nintendo. If you want.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I've seen tons of people who use just PS6 or PlayStation and Xbox and they're set, and you know what? That's fine. That's fair.
Well, yeah, the casual, and the thing is, that's a good thing. Like, that's another thing that consoles have against PC is the convenience. Because people like, but the thing is, the Steam, what was it called? The Steam? It wasn't the Steam Deck. It was this little cube thing. I forgot. The Steam Machine. Because Valve released a quote-unquote console. It's a PC essentially, but released this thing. But it was $1,000. So nobody. I don't think anybody really bought it. I don't think it was I don't know if it was a failure or not. But again, it was $1,000. So nobody bought it. Because that's the thing. That was going to eliminate the complaint that you know, well, if I buy a PC, I have to do this, 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 and this. It's just like, oh, like glowing gradient, just buy the Steam Machine. You don't have to do anything else, just buy this. If it was $500, like that thing would have sold like hotcakes. But what was you gonna say?
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, I feel like Bumpy Gaming might know. I know he has a Steam Deck, so he might be more familiar with that.
Oh, okay.
So I might ask him later. But yeah.
Okay, so you're done with your hot take?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
So
I got everything done.
I have one final thing, and let's just like not spend too much time on it because, by the way, we're like 2 hours and 52 minutes in the recording.
Yeah.
Oh fudge. Okay. So this is sort of a hot take. So Sony wants an all-digital future. I'm gonna be honest. Again, this is a hot take, and I know we just, you know, complained about Sony doing this, but if we had digital rights, this wouldn't be a problem. So, because that's the thing, everyone's scared of the all-digital future because guess what? We barely have digital rights. A company can just be like, well, let's just take that game away from you. And again, they wouldn't do that, but again, let's say a hacker does that or something like that. It's just, okay, so do I have, like, are you going to pay me back for this? Well, no, we're not responsible for that, even though they are, but still. That's why I stopped killing games. That's why I think you should support that organization. I don't know if you know what they are, but it's a really good organization. That's legit.
Okay,
like,
I'll check it out.
Again, one of their qualms is like digital ownership. For example, let's say there's a multiplayer game or something like that, which I guess an example I could say is Destiny 2. That game. It just shut down. Not just shut down. It shut down like I think a month ago, and I don't think you can buy it anymore. I believe, or the server shut down. Like people can't play with each other no more. But that's the thing.
Oh.
And also before that, speaking of digital rights, they vaulted some of their DLCs. And vault, by the way, means like. Give an example. Let's say Tokon, right? They released their year 1 pass, and let's say we're in season fudging 20 right now in Tokon, right? And for some reason, yada yada programming speak, they're like, Well, Cyclops is messing with the system because he's so old, like messing with the game because he's so old or something like that. So we're gonna vault him, which means you can't play Phoenix Cyclops no more. They took DLC away. You paid for that, but they took it away. That's basically what Bungie did with Destiny 2, which was still a stupid topic at the time, but still. But now they're right. They're speaking of digital rights, like one of their terms, like if the bill gets passed, like Stop Killing Games movement bill gets passed, it's like I'm trying to think of it because a perfect scenario like that. Let's say because they're not because some haters on the SKG movement, like, what do you expect the company to pay for the servers all the time? They flat out said nope. But guess what? Just hand the server rights over to the players or whatever, so we can keep it up all the time. It won't cost you guys a dime or something like that. But yeah. but that's basically I'm gonna try to end it here, like my argument. But if they want an all digital future, I'm not in support of it. But it can be good if we have digital rights. Like if it was. Because that's the thing, people complain about like, oh, you're a PC player. Why are you complaining about digital rights? Steam doesn't give you any. Steam does. They legit have a policy. Steam is like the best, like, Steam is like one of the best things ever to exist. They legit have a policy, by the way, that said if something happens to our company, like, I don't know, some hackers take us down or something, like our infrastructure down, and you lose all your games, and like everyone on cross Steam loses all their games, their policy legit states, we will refund everyone for the games that they have bought on Steam. Everyone, we will refund their games. Like, refund the money to it. I'm just like, wow. That's all you gotta say for me? Like, okay. And also, I have been told, like, GOG exists. I don't know what GOG stands for, I forgot. But you could legit burn your games that you buy from GOG onto a disc. So, there's that.
Oh.
So we still... Even PC has more, like, physical rights than Sony right now in 2028, it seems. But that's just gonna be my topic. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree. Like, I mean, if you buy something, that should be yours. And I don't know if Nintendo does it, but like I think that's just one of the issues that Nintendo and Sony kind of has, because again, emulation is like, I mean, if you own the game, then you should be allowed to emulate. It's your stuff. But again, I don't really know if Nintendo has that weird, whatever you just said. I forgot what it's called. Digital rights. Digital rights. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, like, I think that is very similar in a way, just not as bad as in degree. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, if Sony right now or tomorrow said, "Hey, we will have a brand new policy, starting in 2028 after we shut down physical disc, like the Steam policy." Like, let's say something disappears in your account or whatever, and they will get you that game or refund. Boom. I think that would solve, like, I think 90% of problems. It's still stupid because, physical, we can have it, whatever, because it's still on a network and stuff like that. Oh, and also, like, physical is just better because you can play your games offline. That's the one thing, man. Digital, you can't play your games offline. I don't know how it is with Nintendo. But I know that... what?
I think it does, like... I think you do need some online to... I think you do need online to download it. I'm not too sure, though. Because I remember this being a topic with Nintendo.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anywho, let's just keep it short because we're about to hit the 3-hour mark. And we're just going to end it right here. Thank you very much, Console Warrior, for coming on a major mumble and majorly mumbling for a very long time. Do you have any thoughts to say to the crowd? In fact, tell them where they can find you.
Thank you. Oh yeah. So yeah, my YouTube channel is called The Console Warrior YT. I have a YouTube channel, and a lot of my other social medias are at Warrior Console. So like Twitter. I don't do anything on Twitch, but it's something I do want to do eventually. But those basically what you need to know about me. But yeah, thank you so much for having me on here again. It was a blast to talk with you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, And I hope everyone who watched this had a great day. And if you didn't watch it, then I hope you have a great day too.
Wise words to live by. But yeah, that's Console Warrior. I'm J-Man Major 12, and this is going to be the end of the Major Mumble talking about this stuff. We'll see you guys next time. If you wait, I forgot to say, if you enjoyed, like and subscribe, yada yada yada. We'll see you guys next time. Peace. Bye.
See ya.